Hello, my name is Matt Malone, Detective Matt Malone, and I work for the Cold Case Investigation Group here down at the office. And we got ourselves a little bit of a murder mystery to solve, okay? Listen. Now, I came into the office this morning, and I found that we still haven't found the killer of the Underwood Cellars crime investigation of the Underwood Cellars. All right, so we're going to solve the case. Well, what do we got here? Okay, well, looks like we got a bunch of stuff here. And I'm just looking at all this for the very first time. I didn't pre-read any of this. Well, I mean, I just emptied out the case here. We got the Vichy Springs Police Department murder investigation, Carrie Underwood case number. We got a case number there. We got another folder here. This is from the Vichy Springs Police Department. It's missing person investigation. Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood? Wasn't she on Dancing with the Stars or one of those dumb shows? That name rings a bell. So we got a bunch of info. Looks like we got a field interview book. Okay. We got some pictures. Okay. And we got some photo evidence. So we got to go through it and we got to figure out what's going on. There is a something. Oh, we got a news article. Okay, we're gonna have to read that, but I think there's a sheet where it says read this first. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So, okay. I got the documents right here, folks. I got the documents. All right. Yeah, sure enough. Okay, this is from the Vichy, I guess it's called Vichy Springs Police Department. Listen. Detectives, are you listening? We're going to solve the case. I love this zoomed in and zoomed out cam approach. Okay, I'm not sure if you're serious, but we got it. We're going to get all the stuff on the board. We got the red string. Okay. All right, detective. You come to me if you want to solve. Yeah, look out, gumshoes. Here we go. It is going to be, now listen, guys, it is going to be a lot of reading, so prepare yourself. Okay, we're ready. Assignment. As a new detective, listen, I've been on the force for years, my friend. I've been on the force for years. I've solved many crimes. Okay, let's get into it. As a new detective at the Vichy Springs Police Department, the VSPD, you are assigned to work either alone or with your team. You're the team. Thank you, guys. I got the detective mustache. On the Carrie Underwood case, this cold case began in 1995 with the disappearance of Carrie Underwood and was resumed in 2014 following an earthquake that led to the discovery of what turned out to be Carrie Underwood's body. Oh my God. See? Goes to show you all you criminals out there. Look, if you think you did a real good job hiding a body, well, you can't control earthquakes. They could unearth your little secrets. Discovery, yep. The original missing person case has been amended to a suspicious death investigation. You have been handed the complete files in which all the information and evidence is included pertaining to the disappearance and subsequent discovery of Carrie Underwood's death. Your new investigation also requires using some online tools or sources that were not available at the time the missing person case was first opened. Remember, 1995. Okay, Bill Gates had not invented the internet yet, but 2014 we had internet. Instructions. You will have access to 3 files. The original missing person file folder included here. Okay, that's what we got. Those are the 2 folders. The murder investigation file folder included here. The misplaced file folder that contains hints to the solving of the mystery is available online. No, delete it. We don't need it. First, go through the information in the missing person investigation Carrie Underwood folder. Which folder is that? Which one is it? Missing person investigation. That's the old one. This is the old one. This is the missing person investigation folder from from 1995. Okay, we got to go through that one first. It does look a little older, a little faded. Makes sense. Then go through the murder investigation, Carrie Underwood folder. At this point, it doesn't matter if you mix up the materials in the two folders. Okay. Do not look into the misplaced files online unless you are stuck. Yeah, we ain't doing that, dude. We got this, guys. We got this. No need to use any internet. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. Skip to 4 hours, and we're like, okay, we haven't got the first clue. Let's go online. As you investigate the case, use the suspect evaluation form included with this document. Here, you will document the motive, the means, and opportunity related to each suspect in the crime. If you can determine who had all three, you'll solve the case. Well, you got to have a motive, a means, and opportunity. I'm a detective. I know these kind of things. Closing the case. Once all of the evidence is gathered and reviewed, a detective must determine who committed the murder of Carrie Underwood, along with the how, when, where, and why. Yikes. Once you and your detective unit, that's you, have a unanimous decision, go to the crime lab to enter your accusation. The crime lab is online. Okay. Some detective teams become competitive and pursue different theories on the motive, means, and opportunity, leading to different suspects. If you find yourself in a competitive team, then you each need to write the solution separately on a piece of paper. Okay, apparently this is a multiplayer game. I'm not sure if it's ranked or not, but we're in it. It's just us, guys. We're all on the same team. Now, there may be some differing opinions. Unanimous decision on Twitch chat? Never. That'll never happen. Okay, so these are basically the instructions on how to play the game. It's not a game. This is a real-world cold case. Okay? We'll just put it here. Okay. So it said to start here. This is the Vichy Springs Police Department missing person investigation of Carrie Underwood. This is from 1995. Okay? Gotta understand that. Now, as a detective, I'm used to going through files. Okay? All right, what do we got here? This is a Vichy Springs Police Department suspect evaluation form. This is the one we use kind of as our homework. Okay, we get to fill that out. All right, let's go ahead and put that somewhere. We'll be able to write on it. We'll put it on over this. This is like just getting started here. Okay, you can't read that. That's perfect. All right, we got it. This is what this camera here that I'm pointing at is a Logitech C920, so don't expect any miracles here, okay? All right, we got the Underwood Cellars. So this is basically the file folder. When this bitch went missing, Carrie Underwood, this is basically the police department. This is all the information related to the missing person, okay? This cam is from 1995. So here we have a sales office floor plan, the Underwood Cellars Vineyard. Okay, it's just a floor plan, so we can kind of get an idea what's going on. Usually the police will sketch some stuff out on here. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and, I don't know if everything's going to fit here, but we'll just start pinning stuff up and see how much we use it. Oh, we got a little Google Maps situation here of where it's located. Oh, it's all reading. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Yeah. So this looks like the vineyard. We got a Vichy Lake. We're on Route 121. We got a Valley Gas and Propane. This is actually a map. Yes, we know it's a map. Underwood Cellars Vineyard Sales Office, and then it says it's 1 minute, 0.3 miles to get to the Vichy Springs. Interesting. So I'm guessing there's going to be some stuff related to this. All right. Okay, we're going to pin it up. Got it. Got more file folders. Yeah, it's like MapQuest from 1995, literally. All right, we got a witness statement. We got a witness statement. Okay, so maybe someone was there. Maybe this witness knows what happened to her, you know? You never know. Okay. What do we got? Carrie Underwood case file. Interview with the neighbor witness, Margaret Lindquist. So this bitch lives nearby, dude. Margaret, is she on the map? Underwood House, home of witness Lindquist. Here we go. She's living over there at 2133 Monticello Road, which is, 0.3 miles from Vichy Springs. All right, let's see what this girl knows. This is an interview between Officer Leonard Banks of the Vichy Springs Police Department and Mrs. Margaret Lindquist, age 84. Well, we can't trust her, dude. She's 84. She can't remember. So keep that in mind, her age. Resident of Vichy Springs who lives catty corner across the street from the Underwood Cellars parking lot. Yeah, checks out, dude. Underwood Cellars Vineyard sales office is right there. She lives across the street. Can't really see, but... All right, that checks out. The date is Monday, April 3rd, 1995 at 10:15 a.m. They went and talked to this lady. So it looks like... Okay, we're using initials. So LB is... what's the name of the detective here? Oh, Leonard Banks. All right, so Leonard Banks, he's the officer, and he's talking. This is a Q&A for Margaret Lindquist, okay? So I'm going to go Leonard and Margaret. So Leonard says, Mrs. Lindquist, thank you for helping us. I need to ask you some questions again. Only this time I will be recording our conversation just so we have an easier record of it back at the police station. Margaret, so they haven't found Mr. Underwood yet. It's been, 2 days, 3 days? Oh, boy, she's asking, hey, Where is it? So it's a guy? Carrie Underwood is a guy? Anyway. He went missing 3 nights ago, Leonard says. Now, Mrs. Lindquist, you said you saw cars in the parking lot 3 nights ago, March 31st in the evening. Yeah, I noticed there were 2 cars in the parking lot, which was kind of unusual. I mean, sometimes there was Mr. Underwood's car late at night, but usually there were no cars there by that hour, and this time there were 2. And what time was this? Oh, sometime after 8. And how do you know that? Well, I usually watch Unsolved Mysteries on NBC on Fridays. Freaking product placement in here. I thought there were no ads on this channel. This is unbelievable. But last Friday I started dozing off as soon as the program started. I was really tired because I'd done a lot of canning that day. And so I turned off the TV and came onto the porch to sit out before retiring, which means going to bed. And did you see the cars leave? Yeah, 1 car left. Must have been around 8:30. Was that Mr. Underwood's car or the other car? Well, 1 car left around 8:30, and then the other one was gone by 9 o'clock. I went inside, turned on the TV again to see the end of the mystery show, but it had already finished. See, you got to try to put this together. She could be lying. So you don't know which car left first? Well, I couldn't tell which was Mr. Underwood's car. In fact, I couldn't be sure if it was Mr. Underwood's car. It was too dark. I mean, if it were today, maybe I could tell because it's not so dark by 8:30 because the clocks changed this weekend, but Friday it was too dark. Oh my God, we're daylight saving. Are you guys putting this together? Daylight savings times, it's too dark. This girl's spinning spinning yarn, dude. Freaking cord. Oh no, I dropped some evidence. Ow. Okay. All right. I'm lost. Me too. I dropped the evidence. So you're saying there were 2 cars there after 8 o'clock, and there were no cars there after 9 o'clock? Yes. And you didn't see or hear anything else that evening? No. It was the same as every night. Every night the same. Some TV, sitting on the porch. Pause. There was one other thing that I thought was strange. Oh yeah? What's that? Somebody walking. I mean, in the summertime, you might get people jogging along the road, but not in March, and not after dark. When was this, and how well could you see this person? It was around the same time, after the first car left, I think. But I could be wrong. I don't remember things like when I was younger, but I couldn't see much, just a shadow. This is supposed to be in like a southern twang because of the way they spell stuff, but... It was just like a shadow. You mean like a silhouette? Yeah, just a dark shape. A man's shape or a woman's shape? I couldn't tell. He kind of walked like my husband, but my husband passed in 77, so I can't be sure. But you said he. Yeah, well, I couldn't imagine a woman walking out here alone at night, can you? It's supposed to be a girl. No, I see what you mean. Well, that should do it, Mrs. Lindquist. If you think of anything else, here's my card. Sound of chairs moving and feet shuffling. No problem, officer. Happy to help. I enjoy the company. By the way, let me get you a jar of fresh canned grape jelly to take with you. This lady's bonkers. Okay, so basically, the neighbor saw two cars over at the Underwood Sellers Vineyard sales office. There were two cars. They left 8, 9 o'clock, whatever. And then there was a shadowy figure, okay? I don't think we learned much from that, but it may make sense later. What do we got here? We got ourselves a picture of a note. It's a picture of a note. Let's read the note. It says, "Business is terrible. Too much work. Too much pressure. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. I'm going away. Don't look for me. I'm sorry. Signed, Carrie." Could be a note from Carrie Underwood. Whew. Okay, so maybe he's a little frustrated. Let's pin it. All right, what do we got? Underwood Sellers. This is some sort of stationery from the official Underwood Sellers. As you can see, the header. It's a note. Let's read it. March 8th, 1995. Okay. Dear Mike, sure, we can accommodate your group on Thursday the 23rd. Just give my secretary, Eloise, a call, and she'll handle the arrangements. Regards, Carrie. Signed, Carrie. I'm guessing Carrie Underwood. This is something going on March 23rd. Thursday, March 23rd. Okay. Here's another note from the desk of Carrie Underwood. There's no header. Thursday, March 30th. Dear Sandy, new character arrives. I hope you get this in time. Don't want to call in case Hank picks up the phone. Oh, another character. I have a late meeting tomorrow, so I can't make it as planned. We can meet in the gallery next week. We need to be careful. I think Marcia's getting suspicious and figures I'm having an affair. Gotta run. Signed, C, which I'm guessing Carrie. Listen, this guy's he's having sex with Sandy, okay? That's what's going on here. Okay, now we got an article. I think we just got to get through a lot of the material and just try to create the story and try to do the Oh, Samantha's in the chat. You going to help me figure it out. I think it's just a matter of getting to know all the lore of all the people and then trying to figure it out. So, missing Vichy Springs resident sends letter home. Here we go. This is a news article from the Vichy Springs Register. Monday, April 3rd, 2000. Vichy Springs exactly 5 years ago today, on April 3rd, 1995, a Monday. Maybe I should have read the actual local man disappears. Maybe I should have read that to get going. Look, this dummy disappeared in 95. All right. So, yeah, exactly 5 years ago today, on April 3rd, 1995, a Monday, just like it is now, local business owner Carrie Underwood disappeared. A note left on the desk in his office in Underwood Cellars, a business still making wines today, suggested he had just up and left without telling anyone. We just read that note, remember? Without giving a full reason why, his note said he couldn't take the work and the pressure anymore. No word has been heard from him since his disappearance, at least not until a week ago. Remember, this was written in the year 2000. After nearly 5 years, Carrie Underwood's wife, Marcia Underwood, said she has received a typewritten note from her husband saying he is okay and not to try to find him. The letter had no return address, but was postmarked from Peru, Cuzco, Peru. Miss Underwood does not wish to discuss the case other than to say that she has mixed emotions, is thankful that he's okay, but saddened once again that he decided to leave her. This guy. You can't run away from your problems. Miss Underwood said she never had her husband declared legally dead because she knew in her heart he was alive somewhere. The letter comes just before the 5-year anniversary, at which point, under California law, she would be allowed to file a petition with the court requesting that her husband be presumed dead. Under the laws of California, California Evidence Code 667, if a person has been missing for 5 years or longer, his or her spouse or domestic partner, certain family members, and creditors can file such a petition, but not a friend or a person interested in the estate who is not within the specified categories. Whoa, yeah. You're trying to... I see. According to the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, the NAM-US, there are as many as 75,000 active missing person cases at any given time. Wow. NAM-US, a national centralized registry and resource center for missing and unidentified persons, provides the opportunity for law enforcement agencies and investigators as well as families to search nationwide for missing persons. If anyone has information on the whereabouts of Carrie Underwood, contact the Vichy Police Department. We got on the back side, we got a little bit of advertisement from the winery. Okay. All right. Maybe we should read the actual article. This is the actual article from 1995. This is the original article from 1995. Vichy Springs Register, local man disappears. I haven't retained any info. Well, I'm getting the story. Local man disappears. Monday, April 3rd, 1995. Vichy Springs, local Vichy Springs winery owner Carrie Underwood disappeared Friday night, leaving his wife and colleagues and police baffled. Mr. Underwood failed to return home Friday evening after telling his wife he would be late of a meeting. He was last seen by his secretary, Eloise White, at 5 p.m. Friday at his Underwood Cellars office at 2130 Monticello Road. A note found on his desk on Saturday said that he decided to leave the area, but his wife told police that could not be true. Mrs. White and the vineyard foreman agreed that such behavior was not like that of their long-term employer. Unnamed police sources said that they had been unable to reach Mr. Underwood's brother and would be interviewing him and his business partner later on Monday, as well as talking with a mystery woman. This reporter could only find out that she was a local Vichy Springs resident based on a letter addressed to her found in Mr. Underwood's desk. Oh, you know what? That was that one. We're getting it. Underwood Cellars has been a community mainstay since Lance Underwood bought the 1905 building and property after returning from war service in 1946. His son, Carrie, was born 8 years later and worked with his father when he was old enough to hold a shovel. He attended one of the best colleges for agricultural sciences in America, California Polytechnic State University in San Luis Obispo. Studying agronomy. Agronomy? No. After graduating, he worked for his father full-time, taking over the entire operation when his father died in 1980. His mother, Stacy Miller Underwood, died when he was a teenager. By that time, the vines had already started dying off from the polyexera disease that swept across California's vineyards. Sources close to the subject say he was crippled economically by the vine disease and was known to complain bitterly about the problem. However, he brought in a partner, Mark Talhouse, new character. His partner, Mark Talhouse, an alleged expert on French wines whom he had met at Polytech. And with his partner's financial investment, Carrie Underwood has been able to build this business back to very profitable and tasty enterprise. Considering that a note was left and there is no evidence of any crime, the police at this time are not issuing a missing persons report. Oh, they're not even filing it. On the other side, we got Vichy Springs Art Festival weekend and Vichy Springs Feed and Farm. Mention this ad and get 10% off. All right, well, better hold on to that. Okay, are we learning anything? So let's try to recap a little bit here. We got this guy, Carrie Underwood. Comes from humble beginnings. You know, his daddy was in the vineyard business. His mother was in the vineyard business, and now he's got into the vineyard business. This freaking disease came through. Look, it's tough out there. Anybody that lives in California, it's tough living out there. It's hard to make a living. And this guy over here, he's got his vineyard. Things aren't going well. He's got some disease. He's got his buddy, and he just had enough. One day he just freaking had enough, dude. He just had enough. It's just gone. No, Carrie Underwood's the guy. No. Carrie is the guy. Local man disappears. Carrie Underwood disappeared. The wife's name is, what's her name? I forget her name. Anybody catch her name? All right. Marcy? Listen, this is who we got. All right, I got my suspect sheet here. Who's his partner? I'm interested in his partner, dude. His partner. Well, we got Stacy Miller Underwood. That's his mother. All right, please hold. Listen, basically this guy, he had enough, and he just left. What the hell? I can't find it. Oh, Mark Talhouse. Maybe I should use a pencil. Permanent marker. All right, Mark Talhouse. He's his partner. Partner, poli-sci. See, we're making things happen. Okay, yeah, Carrie. Well, no. Yeah, dude, if he's cheating, look, this guy's cheating. Because, look, dear Sandy. Sandy, this guy's boinking Sandy. We got Sandy. She's the mistress. Whew. Yeah, we got Carrie Underwood is a man, and he's the one who disappeared. Yeah, they can't reach him, dude. This guy's gone. We got... I already got too many documents. What's this girl? The neighbor. I want to get the neighbor down here. So the neighbor is Margit Lindquist. She didn't see nothing, dude. She's blind. She's 84 years old. She didn't get a whole lot going for her. Okay? I don't think it's... right off the bat, I don't think it's the wife. I don't think it's the wife. Unless we start seeing stuff about, like... unless we start seeing stuff about, like, hey, Mrs. Underwood probably found out he was cheating or something. You know what I'm saying? What do we got here? We got a French... Oh, this is an actual Post-it note. Wow. So this is a advertisement, and there's a Post-it note on it. The advertisement is for French Vermouth recipe. 2 dashes orange bitters, 2 drops something, 1 jigger French Vermouth. Stir with cracked ice and strain. Serve with olive oil, twist a lemon peel. Here's a note, which I'm assuming this note is from Carrie Underwood, the man that disappeared. It says, let's try it out Friday if I can get away. Make sure there's a lemon in the fridge. Okay, I'm not sure who this would be for, but we got it, okay? He wants to try out a new drink. What's the problem with that? Friday. Oh, no. Okay. All right, what do we got here? This is a incident report, case file. Carrie Underwood case file. Dated April 5th, 1995. This is from the Vichy Springs Police Department. Carrie Underwood case file. Carrie Underwood of 2138 Monticello Road, Vichy Springs, California, was reported missing by his wife, Marcia Underwood. That's her name, Marcia Underwood. She's top of the list. No, Marcia Underwood. We're getting the names. Wife. Suspected killer. Nah, I don't think she did it. I'm going out on a limb here. I think she's innocent. I have no evidence of that. Miss Underwood said her husband failed to return home the previous night. She admitted he frequently came home late and she often goes to bed before he's home. He was not at home when she awoke at 7:15 in the morning and his bed had not been slept in. He sleeps in his own room. There is no evidence of foul play in the Carrie Underwood missing person case. Disappearance of both man and car suggests husband might have left on his own free will. On the other hand, all parties familiar with the missing man consider such action unusual, if not inexplicable. His wife does not believe the note found on the desk. See case file. That's the note where he's like, I'm fucking out of here, dude. That's this. That's the note where he's like, I'm sick of this. I'm out of here. Okay. She says if there was a problem, he would have spoken with her directly and not just left. Disposition of case. All materials, copies of entries in Police Officer Leonard Banks' journal, witness statement, etc., have been placed in the Carrie Underwood case file. The case is being marked as an open case, waiting for additional information or the return of Carrie Underwood. Well, of course that would... Well, if he just comes back, I guess that would be it. Stupid. Neither a missing person report nor a APB on the subject's automobile has been issued since it is felt at this time nothing is to be gained by sending notice to surrounding counties with regard to the disappearance. Mark for follow-up April 12th by contacting wife of Underwood resident. All right. It's the incident report. What do we got here? Another Underwood Cellars stationery here. See what it says. Committee Interprofessional du Vin Champagne. There's an address. Messiers. Carrie Underwood. Wait, this is all in French. I can't read it. It's all in French, guys. It's in French. We're looking for a Frenchman. Oh, it's from Mark Talhouse. This is his, That's his partner. But this is all in French. I can't read it. Anybody know French? Okay, that's not working. So this is from his buddy. Okay, we got we got this envelope. I don't know what order it's. We'll put that aside. All right, we got another a news article here. So we getting it figured out. We got some people in play here. We got his partner. We got his wife. We got the neighbor. We got some folks. You know, apparently this guy just up and left. Compare the handwriting. Oh, now that's not a bad idea. Let's get this note here. Okay, now we got this. Okay, we're gonna compare the handwriting here. What do you guys think? You got any experts out there? I think it's different. But we'll keep an eye on that. I'm not sure if it's that involved. Yeah, cool. You see how he swirls his A, dude? It's the same. The C versus carry is the problem. Could be. Yeah, he signs his name differently for sure. Sometimes he signs it carry, sometimes he signs it C, right? This one's carry. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's a good pickup. All right. This is from the Vichy Springs Registry. Drought reveals car submerged in Vichy Lake. Oh, boy. Oh, they found the car, guys. They found the car. Yikes. This is from 2014, remember? After the earthquake. Thursday, August 28th, 2014, Vichy Springs. The longest duration of drought in California since 2000 began in December of 2011 and continues to wreak havoc on California's agricultural industry. The drought has killed almost 80 million trees so far, along with countless vines and vineyards without adequate irrigation. The drought has caused the drying up of reservoirs, the lowering of underground water levels, and the diminishing amount of water in local lakes and ponds. And now, in a new twist, since water levels have been dropping at a quickening rate in the Vichy Lake, police were called yesterday to investigate what seemed to be a vehicle that was submerged. A local fisherman noticed what appeared to be a large sheet of rusted metal on the surface of the pond and phoned police. The metal turned out to be the roof of a vehicle. The fire department was called, and a driver went to inspect the sunken wreck, telling officers that there were no signs of a body inside. He reported that the vehicle, I wonder, 1995 to 2014, basically, you're looking at a span of, that's 20 years. This is a 20-year period. You think a body in a car in a lake? You think that I think there'd still be remnants of a body. They'd have to do some investigating, but it could be eaten by piranhas. I think there'd be some bones or something in there. An old car. He hooked it up to a tow line from a Don's Tow and Tackle in Vichy Springs. Once the vehicle was on land, police were able to determine for certain that nobody was inside, including in the trunk, which held nothing but tire changing equipment and what looked like what had once been emergency gear. The car was too rusty to even tell what make of vehicle it was. Oh, come on, you can tell the make of a vehicle. And one of the officers said he estimated it had been underwater at least 10 or 15 years. Papers found in the glove compartment were too damaged to decipher. The car was towed to the Vichy Springs police compound for examination. Police are anxious to learn if there is any connection between the submerged vehicle and the discovery on Monday of skeletal remains found near the Underwood Cellars Winery. Whoa. I just broke this case wide open. We found some bones. It's getting interesting, okay? The cause of the continuing drought that held that has led to the lowering of the water levels in the lakes like Vichy Lake is attributed to a continental ridge of high pressure in the Pacific that keeps the normal winter rain-bearing storms from reaching the state. Oh, boy. Once again, on the back, we got just some advertisements. Not a big deal. Okay, well, this is huge. So they found the card, and they found some skeletal remains. All right, what do we got? We got we're almost done with this packet. We got an envelope and one letter here. This is from the law offices of Gitlin, and Gitlin. Get it. Gitlin and Gitlin. April 6, 1995. Dear Sheriff Bradley, in answer to your inquiry, our records show that in summary, according to the last will and testament of Lance Underwood, the real estate... Wait, who's Lance Underwood? This must be his dad. Isn't that his dad? It's Lance. Lance Underwood's the dad. Yep, 100%. Lance Underwood. Dad. We're not even using the string yet, man. I want to use the string. We got to connect some dots here. The last will and testament of Lance Underwood, the real estate Underwood Cellars, was left to his son David. The winery acreage to his other son Carrie, and the small cabin on the property to his foreman Miguel. Okay, so now we got David. David Underwood is Carrie's brother. David Underwood. Brother. And now we got Miguel, which is the foreman. So basically, his will just split up all the assets to his two sons and his foreman. I'm not going to tell you what game it is. Then you guys are going to Google it. It's a murder mystery. It's a murder mystery. We got to find the case of the missing person. And a small cabin on the property to his foreman, Miguel. All monies and other possessions were split evenly between the two sons. The senior Underwood was a widower, and his sons had not married at the time of his death. Feel free to contact us again for any further questions. Okay, interesting. So the wives are not involved. Okay, all right. Now we got this envelope. Let's see what's in the envelope. It's marked to Marcia Underwood, which is Carrie's wife. Oh, and it indeed does have stamps from Peru. From Peru there. You're taking notes? Okay, good. So I'm guessing this is the letter that his wife got that says that he's all good in Peru. And don't come looking for me. Okay, it is on... Interesting. Okay, it looks like it was done on a typewriter. And it's signed Carrie. Okay, we have to match that up. Peru, Indiana? No. Peru. No. He's gone, dude. He freaking jumped ship, bro. Marcia. Oh, this is dated March 15th, 2000. Marcia, I am okay. I'm living the life I want. I'm sorry to have hurt you and hope you have moved on. Please don't try to find me. That's it? That's all he sends his wife? This is sus, dude. This is freaking sus, bro. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. You know, I think this is all coming together, guys. I think I'm going to start connecting the dots right now. We got this guy coming over here, see? He's all the way in Peru now, but then he was at the cellar, okay? And that ties into the note, okay? And the note ties into the winery, okay? And that's how we're going to solve the case, guys. The string. Stupid. Okay. I just wanted to use the string. Okay, so these notes are kind of important. I think the way he signs his name is pretty interesting. So we're going to keep these up here. Get these going somewhere. Oh, some more stuff over here. Looks like I wrote Atlanta. Put these up here. You can't see them. I understand. Okay. Whew. Oh, we got some pictures of some fools. We should have done this. Get to know the characters a little bit more. We got Marcia Phillips Underwood. This is the wife. Now, who would cheat on... She looks like a very nice lady. Who would ever cheat on a nice lady like this? This is the wife of the man that's gone missing, okay? There she is. Oh, my things are over here. Don't forget about the van down by the river. All right, so we got Marcia. We got... Okay, we don't know her yet. Ooh, we got Miguel Espirito. This is the foreman. He looks like a hard worker. Let's see the hottie secretary. Yeah, that's who it is. Okay. Ooh, we got Eloise White. Eloise White, which is I forget who she is. I think she is one of the secretaries. Oop, Carrie Underwood. There he is. There's Carrie. He gone missing. He's in Peru, apparently. Apparently he's in Peru. Put him up there. We got David Underwood. This is the brother. Dang it, why can't I figure this out? There we go. We got David Underwood. He's looks a little sus, let's be honest. Okay. We got Mark Talos. Oh, he is. You can tell he speaks French, and he's better than you. Just ask him. I'm sure he'll tell you all about it. That's what he looks like. And we got Sandra Bellini. I don't think her name's come up yet, but she looks like a real loose woman, you know? Somebody you're going to get into trouble with, let me tell you. All right, we got all of that. So, we also have a bunch of pictures, but it'll tell us when to look at them, I think. I'm not sure. All right. Detective. Hello, detective. All right, detective. Let's go into... Well, this is a field interview book from Leonard Banks. Leonard Banks is the one who... remember, he was interviewing the neighbor. Okay. This is just some notes. We may have to reference this. Very interesting. Yeah, it looks like he talks to everybody. All right. So we got the one folder done, basically. This is easy, guys. We're halfway there. Detective. Yeah, I was thinking it's like new case file came in, boss. I'm like, oh, better get through it. You always see in the shows where they're like, oh, geez, you know, they're going through it. Oh, yeah, well, it looks like all the information's here. This is a bunch of police reports here, it looks like. Here we go. We got from the Napa Valley Times. We have dated August 26, 2014. Human remains found in bunker. These are the skeletal remains we were talking about, you know? So let's just read the article from 2014. Vichy Springs, California. The skeletal remains of a human were uncovered yesterday during a search of the damaged property at Underwood Cellars on Monticello Road in Vichy Springs. The remains were thought to be those of the missing Carrie Underwood, since they were found underneath his former office at the winery. Yikes. Underwood went missing in 1995, though a note suggested that he might have left on his own accord. They keep bringing up this note, dude. They're putting so much thought into this note. Dude, I think this is the distraction. This is this is a forged document, in my opinion. So far, I'm really suspect about that note. Now, I don't think it's written by Carrie. I'm thinking it's his partner, that French guy, that Talos guy. All right. He had not been seen since his disappearance, though his wife was said to have received a letter from him postmarked Peru about a decade ago. Investigators said that the completely decomposed body of a male was discovered in a hidden room that was underground, adjacent to Underwood's office at the Underwood Cellar showroom. All right, hold on. Let me get this string out of here. We got the floor plan. Let's look at the floor plan. Ah, dang it. The office, investigated room that was underground, adjacent to Underwood's office at the Underwood Cellar showroom. That's the showroom where he was the proprietor. The fact that only a skeleton remained suggests the body had been there for quite a long time, which would coincide with the time of disappearance. The earthquake, which did minor damage to the Underwood Cellars building itself, revealed a movable bookshelf behind which there was a staircase leading to a lower level. Oh, you see it? I'm sure you don't. The main section of the building also had access in the form of a circular staircase to a wine cellar beneath the main showroom, but there was no connection between this room and the hidden cellar on the other side of the wall. The owner of the building, David Underwood, said he knew the hidden cellar existed, but told this reporter he never figured that that's where his missing brother had been all this time. Oh my God, the brother. Now I'm suspicious of the brother. Oh yeah, you don't know there's a freaking rotting body underneath your own office? This guy, this is freaking... Listen, this guy's in big trouble, okay? David Underwood, the brother, does he have a motive? What are his means and his opportunity? Well, his opportunity is that he owns the building. Owns building. This guy's number one. This guy's number one. Son of a bitch, where was I? The younger Underwood inherited. The owner of the building, David Underwood, said he knew the hidden cellar existed, but told the reporter he never figured that that's where his missing brother had been this whole time. The younger Underwood inherited the building upon the death of his father, Lance Underwood. The fields and the vineyard itself were left to the deceased, Carrie Underwood. See? It's a little brother fight here. Yeah, but not the land, exactly. Carrie Underwood's business partner, Mark Talos, joined forces with the elder Underwood brother in 1982, and both saw the business enjoy healthy growth until the vines began to die from that Phylloxera in the mid and late 1980s. He did not return our calls for comment. Oh, boy. I don't put a lot of weight into that, you know. Maybe they're using the wrong email. The room in which the skeleton was found was definitely a small wine cellar with sealed bottles. Is it in here? With sealed bottles of wine still intact. According to one source, the area had a table, a bed, and a rudimentary toilet and sink. The area has been sealed off pending an investigation. The disappearance of Carrie Underwood in 1995 sparked an investigation into the activities of the wine expert. It says it's continued. Continued on page 6. What the... It's not here? They did me dirty, dude. There's no page numbers on any of this. God, jeez, they did me real dirty here. I don't understand. I guess that's the end of it. All right. We'll pick that up if we find it. All right. Interesting. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's just a murder mystery. I'm not going to give away the exact name of the game because then people will Google it and ruin it for everyone. Yeah. All right, so what do we got? We got a Vichy Springs Police Department police report, questioning of Marcia Underwood. And we all know Marcia Underwood is the wife of missing Carrie Underwood. It's this girl right here. This is Marcia. She seems like a lovely lady. Let's be perfectly honest here. I mean, I don't think she's got a bad bone in her body. Okay, we got, this is questioning. It's a statement. We got Officer Ronald McClurk questioning Marcia Underwood. Ronald McClurk is the officer. Ronald says, "My name's Detective Sergeant Ronald McClurk, and I'll be recording this interview today. Marcia, do we have to do this today? I have funeral preparations to make." "Yes, I understand, and I'm sorry for your loss. I lost him 2 decades or more ago." "Well, this won't take long. It says here you went..." Wait, what? Oh, because they've... Wait a minute. So they must have determined that the skeletal remains were, in fact... Because there was never confirmation of that. You can have a funeral decades later. You got a missing person. Then you find the skeletal remains. And then you have a funeral. Right? That's what I'm guessing. So, okay. We just got to play along with that, I guess. There was no big revelation, as far as what I can tell, that it was confirmed it was him. Anyway, I guess it was. So she's getting ready for a funeral. Well, this won't take long. It says here you went to the police station on Saturday, April 1st to say your husband was missing. This is back in 1995. She says, "I went to bed early before he arrived home, which wasn't unusual, and he wasn't there when I got up the next morning, and his bed hadn't been slept in." So you had separate bedrooms? Lots of married couples have separate bedrooms. How long were you married? We were married in 1986. So that would have been 9 years ago. Did you have any troubles? He did his thing and I did mine. But if you mean with the business, yeah, we had a lot of trouble because of the disease that had killed off most of our vines. Things were rough for a while, and Carrie was hoping to get one of his sparkling wines labeled as champagne, but that wasn't working out either. Let's get back to the morning. You reported him missing. Did you go to the office before you went to the police station? Yeah, I went to see if his car was there, but it wasn't, so I went straight to the police. You didn't think to look inside the office? Maybe there was something there that could have told you where he went? I didn't have a key to the building, and it was too early for his secretary to be there, and I didn't have a key to his private office door. You mean your husband worked in that building every day and you didn't have a spare key? Trust issues, dude. Does your wife or girlfriend or whatever have a key to the police station? Touche. Good point. A note just fell? What happened? Oh, this note. Oh, game ruined. This went on here. Yes, I went to see if his car was there, but it wasn't, so I went straight to the police. Oh. You mean your husband worked in the building every day and you didn't have a spare key? Does your wife or girlfriend work at a police station? What about David? I'm sure he had a key. Was David around much? I mean, he was not only a brother, but the owner of the building as well. Not much. He hardly went to the office, and he rarely came over to the house. David and Carrie were, well, interested in different things. Ooh, there's some tension between the brothers. They really didn't get along very well, and when I took over the office, I rarely saw David. In the office, What about the note found on Carrie's desk saying he just decided to take off? I didn't believe any of that. That wasn't like him, and he was always leaving me notes in the house. But he always signed them with a C, not with his full name. Oh, you guys were right, dude. So, I got a highlighter. He'd sign them with a C and not with his full name. So, boom, right off the bat, we know. This is sus, dude. Look at that. Right there. Boom, he signed it Carrie. What other notes we got? Whoa, we got this one with a C. This is real. This checks out. Okay, we got these other ones. Let's see which one's these. I knew it, man. You guys were saying it. What was that noise? Oh, I just got scared. Okay. What are those other notes? We got this. Oh yeah, they're over here. They're over here. Okay, guys, we're getting to the bottom of it. Whoa. If you want to trust, hey, listen. If you want to trust the wife, boom, this one checks out. Full Carrie. Boom, this one does not check out. It's only a C. This is the one where it talks to Dear Sandy. I hope you get this in time. Don't want to call in case Hank picks up the phone. I have a late meeting tomorrow, so I can't make it as planned. We can meet in the gallery next week. We need to be careful. I think Marsha's getting suspicious and figures I'm having an affair. Oh, geez, it's signed with a C. Oh, no, that checks. Wait. I got it wrong. This detective got enough donuts and coffee in him. So the C, when they sign it with just a C, that's good. Yeah, so the C checks out. But when they sign it full on Carrie, this is no good. This one says, Dear Mike, sure, we can accommodate your group on Thursday the 23rd. Just give my secretary Eloise a call and she'll handle the arrangements. Regards, Carrie. Ah, it's sus, dude. Okay, that one's from Mark Talhouse. Are we getting there? I'm confused. Okay, we're good. We had a little nugget of information there. All right, we're getting to the bottom of it. Why didn't you mention that to police about the whole C thing and the spelling of the Carrie and the C? I was distraught at the idea that he was missing. More so when I saw the note that he had merely left me without a word. I didn't think about the note until afterwards. When did you find out your husband was having an affair? Oh, boy. I never found out. I just guessed it was from his distance. I never found out. I just guessed it from his distance and his late hours. I thought he was having an affair with his secretary, and at first figured she'd be gone too. But when I spent some time in his office after he went missing, I figured it wasn't her. In fact, I kept her on as my secretary when I took over his share of the business. Oh boy. Okay, well. Oh, there's more on the back. Yikes. There's a lot of reading. You guys getting it? How long we in on this? Oh boy. No, the other way around. Okay, I got it eventually. And when was that? I don't know, maybe a week or two after not hearing anything from him. How do you get along with his partner, now your partner, Mark Talhouse? Okay, we're going to get some information on Mark Talhouse, the French guy. Mark is fine. He is the outside man, and I'm the office manager. Do you want me to give you a breakdown of our duties? No, that won't be necessary, ma'am. But we talked to some neighbors who said they saw two of you in his car on numerous occasions, so apparently you spend quite a lot of time together. Well, we don't spend any more time than necessary together. We don't do anything socially. I don't drive a car, never did because of medical condition. So anytime we have to go somewhere for a business meeting or a winery function, he has to drive me. So he drives you to and from work every day? No, I go everywhere by bike. If it's not too far. The office is only 1/10 of a mile away from my home. Even the Oxbow Public Market in Napa is only 3.5 miles away. And you bike to work in the rain? If it's really bad out, Mark will pick me up, or Eloise, or Miguel. May he rest in peace. Miguel is dead? Oh. That's earth-shattering news. Seemed like a nice guy. So stupid. May he rest in peace. What the fuck? He died last year, 2 years ago, May 15th, 2012. He's dead. Miguel's dead. I have one curious question for you. You never had your husband declared legally dead. Why is that? Well, I thought he was alive and living with someone somewhere. You claimed he was alive and that he wrote you about 5 years ago after his disappearance, yet the typewriter prints on the envelope. No, wait. Yet the typewriter. No, goddamn. Yet the typewritten letter you received, supposedly from him, was from a woman in Peru, as we found out from the fingerprints on the envelope. The same woman, in fact, who ran the B&B where you and Carrie spent your honeymoon. What tipped us off were the 2 folds in the envelope, suggesting it had been folded and mailed to someone in an envelope and then mailed back to you. There's no crime in that. Well, there may be. It could be fraud. But that can wait. Right now, I'm only interested in whether you had anything to do with your husband's disappearance and murder. I didn't. Interesting. This was folded. They're fold marks. Dude, I trust this police officer. He's doing a great job. There are definitely fold marks in here. Some sort of fingerprints. I'm not getting any prints off of this. But that's the letter. And that's just got Carrie right on it. Carrie's the good. That's good. That is a little sus, but it checks out with the Carrie. All right. Well, that was that. End of questioning. Okay. Oh, yeah, the Carries are... No, it doesn't check out. It's only the C. The C is the good one. If it's fully... Jeez. Jeez. Look. We're getting jump scared over here. What's going on? No. I don't need no note cards or anything. No, we're good. So Carrie is bad, C is good. Maybe I'll write that on a note card. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm new to the force here. This is one of my breakout cold cases that we're working on.
And they've got Sharpies.
Oh, Sharpies. Yeah, very nice. Yes. All right. Woo. Okay, Samantha's helping out. She gave me some stationery. Okay. Oh, here we go, guys. The questioning of David Underwood. This guy right here. This guy is sus. David Underwood. Ronald McClurk. My name's Detective Sergeant Ronald McClurk, and I'll be recording this interview today. David Underwood, do I need a lawyer? Not if you don't have anything to hide. Slight pause to wait for reaction. There is none. You were the brother of Carrie Underwood? Yes, my entire life. Oh, we got a real frickin' jokester over here. Son of a... This guy. This David guy, dude. I'm telling you, he is number one. Number one. Suspect number one. I read an interview in the Vichy Record that said your father named your brother after Cary Grant. Who were you named after? Eisenhower. His middle name. At least they didn't call me Dwight. And how close were you and your brother? Define close. Did you get along? Did you do things together? Did you fight? Sometimes, rarely, and sometimes. We were brothers after all. Maybe you fought about his controlling the entire business of Underwood Cellars while you had charge of only the building like a landlord? Is that a question? Did you resent that your brother had control over the entire business? Why should I? He had his wines and I had my real estate. Since you inherited the building, did you know there was a hidden cellar underneath the office? Yeah, I knew. I was the owner of the building. I had all the plans. Did you look down there after your brother disappeared? No, I haven't been down there since I inherited the building. I completely forgot it was there. Pfft, this guy. Why would I think that my brother was hiding in the basement? Speaking of hiding, did you ever have a relationship with Marcia Underwood or with Eloise White? Why? Does that matter? It might. You mean to be cleverly saying I was hiding a relationship? Those would be my affairs, if I had any. Affairs, I mean. Oh, okay then. Where were you on Friday, March 31st, 1995? How should I know? That was almost 20 years ago. Look, unless you're going to charge me with something, I got better things to do. I'm out of here. End of questioning. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This guy, huh? So I guess we could put like their questioning thing up on the board with their thing. That way if we need to reread it or something. I'm not going to reread any of this, probably. Marcia. This is Marcia. She's doing great. She's trustworthy. Next up, we got Mark Talhouse. Here we go. This is the French guy. Same officer, Ronald McClurk. My name's Detective Sergeant Ronald McClurk, and I'll be recording this interview today. Mark Talhouse. Okay, sure, ready. You were Carrie Underwood's business partner. That's right. We were friends in school and decided to go into business together in 1982. He took over the company when his father died in 1980. You know about the phylloxera problem that reemerged in 1980? I mean, that had nothing to do with his father's death. It was just the same year. Aphids, the phylloxera, the microscopic aphids, came from the Mississippi Valley and destroyed 50,000 acres of vines in California because they had rootstock that wasn't resistant. So Carrie needed money to replant almost all the vines. New stuff. This is when Cabernet Sauvignon overtook Chardonnay in California. I invested money and we became partners, 60-40. And how did that partnership work out? Fine. I mean, we had our arguments. I'm sure you've heard about those. But partners disagree sometimes. You were heard often boasting that you did 75% of the work, so I guess these disagreements were that you were only getting 40% of the profit? Amongst other things, yeah, but there was discussion about that, and Carrie wanted to keep the business small, and I wanted to expand, things like that. Let me ask you the leading question. Where were you in 1995 on the night of your partner's disappearance? Friday evening, March 31st? Carrie's secretary, Miss White, says he was still in the office when she left around 5 o'clock. I remember, even though it was a long time ago, because I was home on an overseas call with France. I was talking to the Interprofessional Committee for Wines from Champagne, asking them whether we could label one of our sparkling wines as champagne. The reason I remember it is because there's normally a 9-hour difference between California and France, but, just like it is now, daylight savings time had already begun in Europe. Something's going to come down to that daylight savings time thing, man. This is second or third time they've mentioned this frickin' daylight savings thing. 1995, they started on Sunday, March 26th, if I remember, and ours didn't begin until a week later. Yeah, that's how they do it. That's why I'm always on iRacing and stuff when you guys from the UK and stuff, we do our time stuff different. Screws everything up. The Sunday of April 2nd. So on Friday, there was an 8-hour difference. I was on the phone for about a half an hour at 8:30 that evening. That would have been 12:30 in the afternoon in France, around the time Carrie was killed. Killed? Do you have any phone records to prove it? Not after almost 20 years. Maybe the phone company here in France would have a record. Phone companies don't keep records for more than 2 to 5 years. What happened after Carrie didn't turn up for work on Monday? I didn't go into the office very much, so I didn't know he hadn't shown up on Monday. The police came by Monday late afternoon. That's the first time I heard he was missing. And a couple of weeks later, when Carrie still didn't show up, Marcia took over his duties. I always figured Carrie took off with some lover, because I could tell he was having an affair. Oh boy. Yikes. You know, there are signs, or maybe Marcia sent him away. They were getting along too well, and I think she wanted more involvement in the business. So she just took the place? Things just continued as normal, and you were still getting your 40%? Yeah, I guess you could say that. End of questioning. Interesting. It doesn't seem like the wife is even really upset about any of this. Like, he's saying, like, husband disappeared. She just continued on as normal, you know? Like, nothing to see here, you know? Unbelievable. You think she'd form, like, a search party or something. All right, we got questioning of Eloise White. Oh, here we go. Detective. Hello, detective. Eloise White, also known as Bob. All right, detective. Get a look at this girl. Ronald McClurk, he's working hard, dude. He's doing the... Oh, she's got a freaking bullet hole right in her hairline there. That's not good. All right. Okay. My name's Detective Sergeant Ronald McClurk. You had been Carrie Underwood's secretary for a number of years prior to his disappearance in 1995. Eloise White. Yes, I started working for him in 1983. It's the year I was born. And you were how old then? 20 years old. Did you ever have more than a professional relationship with Carrie Underwood? Well, what do you mean? Did you ever have more of an intimate connection with Carrie Underwood? Oh, that would be none of your business. Oh. Is that how she sounds? No, that's horrible. Well, it might be. You were both single at the time, and you were hired. And before he disappeared in 1995, when he was married, there were rumors going around that he was having an affair. And a broken love affair and unrequited love has been a motive for murder for more times than people realize. I heard those rumors, and if some of them were about me, they were wrong. We'd never been out after work, and he'd never been to my house. I finished work around the same time every day, around 5, and if Carrie was in the office in the afternoon, he was usually still there by the time I left. So where did you go after leaving work that day? Home, as usual. And did you go out later? I don't remember. Probably not. Can anybody verify that you were home all evening? Well, it's been a long time, but maybe my housemate can? And what's his name? Her name is Melody Winston. How would we be able to reach Miss Winston if we needed to? At the same address you have for me, she's still my housemate. Let me ask you about Underwood cellars. What about the underground cellar accessed through a door in his office? I never knew anything about that. I never saw him use it, and I never heard any sound from the underground. Well, you wouldn't. The ceiling was solid brick. What about a key to the building? I had the keys made, 4 copies, me, Carrie, Mark, and David. And that key also worked on the door to Carrie's office? No, those keys only worked on the front door. Carrie had his own key to the outside office door, and before you ask, I don't know if he had a set made for anyone else either. Okay, it's interesting. You continued working there after Mr. Underwood's disappeared? Yes, his wife took over his duties, and, to my surprise, she allowed me to stay on as secretary. End of questioning. All right, she seems pretty innocent. She's denying any sexual relations with the disappeared. So it's very interesting. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Dropping evidence. Oh. All right. Well, we can't talk to Miguel because he's dead. So who's this? Oh, the questioning of Sandra Bellini. I don't even know who this girl is. Oh, this is probably the housemate? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Ooh, trouble. This is who he was boinking for sure, dude. Ronald McClurk doing the work. Here we go. Sandra Bellina, how you doing? Yeah, I'll be taking your deposition today. Sandra, fine, I'm ready. I have nothing to hide. Good, then let's cut to the chase. I assume when the forensic examiners... Let me try to get that really good in focus for you guys out there, okay? I assume when the forensic examiners match the woman's footprint found in the underground cellar, it will be a match with your own. If you mean was it I who was... Oh my God. Give me a second, dude. Trying to get through these depositions because I gotta piss like a racehorse. Hey, do you know that there's woman's footprints found in the underground cellar? If you mean was it I who was in the cellar with Carrie from time to time, yes. So the bed in the cellar was not just for Carrie when he needed a rest. Oh boy! I guess you will find my DNA thereabouts as well. We had shared naps, you might say. Okay, all right. Okay, this lady. All right. Jeez, way to break up a frickin' family. This son of a gun. They're taking naps? Are you kidding me? Just naps? It's no way, dude. Oh my gosh. Yikes, dude. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, you'll find my DNA. We shared naps. Then you were willing to admit that you were having an affair with Carrie Underwood? Since you already know that, yes. Ugh. Did you have a key to the cellar? No. Access was only through Carrie's office, and he kept the key to his office door and the cellar door. I think his partner had a key too, but Carrie said his partner, would never go down there without him, so there was no chance he would be disturbed. When you were questioned at the time of Mr. Underwood's disappearance, you said nothing about the hidden cellar. Well, there was no reason to think he was hiding down there, and no way I could have mentioned it without giving away the relationship Carrie and I had. Where were you on Friday, March 31st, 1995, the day he disappeared? I was at home, alone. My son had left for his job in Half Moon Bay, so nobody can... nobody can confirm I was... Oh, she cut him off. No, nobody can confirm I was there. That's what being alone means. Snarky. Your lover goes missing and you don't make inquiries anywhere? And where would I do that, officer? Besides, I didn't know he was missing until I read it in the paper on, I think it was Monday. There was nothing I could do except wait to hear from him. And did you? No, never. Oh, we got a home wrecker. We got a home wrecker. Home wrecker. All right. I gotta use the restroom really quick. Detectives, I'm gonna go fill up the coffee pot. Detectives, you're on a 5-minute break. Detectives, I'll be right back. We're getting to the bottom of it. Are you guys taking notes? All right, detectives. All right, so let's do a little recap here, detectives. So, we got this guy. Some bitch went missing back in 1995. It's crazy. Involves a winery, involves a hot-ass secretary, redhead. And it involves some other shifty characters. Listen, this guy, he's in trouble, you know? I mean, he's got problems. He doesn't know how to sign his name. Is it with a C? Is it full Carrie? We got Carrie Underwood. We got his business partner. We got the underground cellar. We found some skeletal remains in the underground cellar. Okay. Can you stop and double check what his wife and partner said about the keys if it matches with his side, the lady's side? Oh, that's a good one. So then we got underground cellars, we got witness statements, we got pictures, we got some red yarn, okay? We got the red yarn. It's all connecting. See how it all connects? See we're putting together the pieces here, folks. Yes, I tell you. You know? So, this thing fell off again. All right. So the keys, huh? I don't know about no keys. We got this. We got Eloise White. She's a nice secretary. She don't got no keys. Here we go. I had keys. Okay, so this is Eloise White. She's the secretary. At this time, I am not suspicious of the secretary. I think she's a nice lady. I think she's just doing her job. Let's see here. I had the keys made. There's 4 copies. Me, Carrie, Mark, and David. And that key also worked on the door to Carrie's office? No. Those keys only worked in the front door. Carrie had his own key to his outside office door. And, before you ask, I don't know if he had a set made for anyone either. Okay, so let's check on the frickin' home wrecker here. Sandra Bellini. Did you have a key to the cellar? No. Access was only through Carrie's office, and he kept the key to his office door and the cellar door. I think his partner had a key, too, but Carrie said his partner, would never go down there without him. See, she, pauses and corrects herself right there. That's sus, dude. Hold on. Let's read this. Did you have keys to the cellar? No. Access was only through Carrie's office, and he kept the key to his office door and the cellar door. I think his partner had a key too, but Carrie said his partner, would never go down there without him, so there was no chance we would be disturbed. His partner is Mark Tellhouse. Mark's got a key, dude. Mark's got a key. Mark has a key. I'm thinking Mark's got a key, dude. He's got the key. Got a key. That's what I think. All right. Good catch, guys. Okay. All right. Are we missing a picture? Where's Oh, this is from the neighbor. We don't have a picture of the neighbor. Okay. That was the first thing we read. All right. Well, okay, let's move on here. So we're getting an idea, right? His wife also mentioned keys. Oh, that's right. Let's follow this key thing. Okay. Okay. Does your wife or girlfriend... let's get back to the morning. Yes. You think, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you didn't think to look inside the office? There could have been... I didn't have a key to the building, and it was too early for a secretary to be there, and I didn't have a key to his private... No, so the wife does not have a key to the private office door. Listen. If you're banging a redhead down in the cellar, you're not going to give your wife the key to the cellar door. They're down there taking naps. What? You got to be kidding me. This Carrie Underwood, he may be an idiot, but he's not that much of an idiot. Listen, listen. I mean, this guy's having an affair. He's not just going to open the door into his affair. He's taking naps with his pants on. Yeah. No, she doesn't have a key. No, she doesn't have a key. She ain't got no key to no cellar. She ain't going down there. Okay, what do we got? Man, we got a bunch more stuff here. Incident report. Oh, discovery of human remains. Dang it, we should have read this earlier. But it was in the back, so how would I know? Anyway, let's do a couple of these. We got two articles. This one's from the San Francisco Times. There's been an earthquake in Napa. This is what led to the discovery of something. Oh, nice, Dustin. The wife took Mark's keys. Oh, interesting. All right, so what do we got? Earthquake in Napa. Magnitude 6.0 earthquake in Napa County causes mass destruction. Buildings and lives are torn apart in the San Francisco Bay Area's biggest shaker since 1989. This is in 2014. Earthquake damage stuns on Sunday, August 24, 2014, at approximately 3:20 a.m. local time. A 6.0 magnitude earthquake was felt across the Napa Valley in the San Francisco Bay Area. The quake damaged many buildings and causing injury to over 200 citizens, power outages, fire hazards, and infrastructure failure. Damage estimated range from $362 million to $1 billion. The Napa Valley Medical Center handled more than 200 patients, 17 of whom were admitted to the hospital with broken bones, respiratory or cardiac conditions, while the rest were treated for minor injuries. The most common injuries were from household items falling off of walls or shelves onto people, or from those who stepped on debris in their homes. Hospital officials said. That's what they said. They said people stepped on stuff. There have been at least 50 aftershocks, including 4 that were larger than a 2.0. Napa state of emergency. The governor has declared a state of emergency. Ooh, who was the governor in 2014? Who was the governor of California in 2014? It wasn't Arnold, was it? Nah, it must have been Newsom still. The governor has declared a state of emergency after Napa fire officials said the city had exhausted its own resources, extinguishing 6 fires, transporting injured residents, searching homes for anyone who might be trapped, and answering calls about gas leaks, water main breaks, and downed power lines. All Napa Valley Unified School District schools will be closed Monday to inspect for possible damage. Sweet! No school! Napa Valley College did not suffer any major damage and will be open on Monday. The power and gas company initially showed more than 15,000 customers without power, primarily in Napa, Sonoma, and Santa Rosa counties. Fire has ravaged multiple structures, a total of about 6, said the Napa Valley Fire Brigade. The governor has said, my Office of Emergency Services has... This all says it's continued on another page, but there is no other page. It just gives you kind of a snippet on what's going on. San Francisco quake legacy. Governor of California, 2014, Jerry Brown. There you go. The Napa earthquake is a stark reminder of California's earthquake history. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake struck the coast of Northern California at 5:12 a.m. on Wednesday, April 18th, with an estimated moment magnitude of 7.9 and a maximum Mercalli intensity of extreme. High intensity of shaking was felt from Eureka to the north coast to the Salinas Valley, an agricultural region to the south of the San Francisco Bay. Devastating fires, blah, blah, blah. More than 3,000 people died. Holy crap. 1906, huh? All right, interesting. So, we had an earthquake, folks. What do you expect? You're living in frickin' California, man. Damn place gonna fall right into the ocean there. Next, we got Napa Valley's return to greatness? Question mark? You never know. Napa Valley, California. In 1992, we all feared the end of Napa Valley was upon us. Our beautiful vineyards were reduced to smoke and debris as miles of vines were piled and burned, reduced lifetime investments to ashes. In a return visit, the phylexia, I don't know how to say that word. It's the disease, the destructive parasite that had destroyed vineyards around the world a century before, devastated Napa Valley once again. Despite 100 years of research, no one had figured out how to combat this dreaded new infestation. In Napa County and throughout Northern California, phylexera destroyed over 50,000 acres, over half of the vines in the region over the centuries. Listen, they're really harping on this disease thing. You got the partner. You got the partner. He's in it for 60-40. He's in it for 40%. Listen, he's trying to expand the business, remember? You know? And then they come up with it. It's a big problem, you know? Blah, blah, blah. Northern Valley, California wine growers have suffered on a mass scale with the epidemic. Tom Powers of Powers Winery said, "We discovered our infestation early, but before long we found that the disease had spread among scores of winemakers in the region. It was then that we decided to make our move to replace vines and enter into a new growing era for Powers Winery. Powers Winery removed all old vines, and its 2000 vintage will be the first to feature all new vines." Yikes. Vines are normally replaced every 30 to 35 years as they become less resistant to disease. Most Napa Valley and Sonoma County vines were planted in the 1970s and were not slated for replacement until 2000 or 2010. Their demise came far sooner than expected. Today, old vines are still burned, but new vines are thriving everywhere. Some say the new grapes are better than ever, and most California winemakers agree that upcoming vintages will certainly be better than ever. In the next year, the first Chardonnays and the Sauvignon Blancs made from these new vines will be released. Will wine drinkers be able to taste the difference? Not likely, opening the door for a new era of greatness in Napa Valley. We got a Napa Valley Jazz... this is from 1999, by the way. I didn't tell you the date. This is from 1999. And we got Y2K fears. Remember Y2K? I don't. We got an advertisement for Napa Valley Jazz Fest. Plan your getaway now. Okay, interesting. This board, dude, board is not as organized as I thought it would be. I'm just putting stuff everywhere. We could have organized the board a little bit. But once we start putting pieces together, we'll rearrange some stuff. So this is an incident report. This is what we should have read a long time ago. I don't know how this stuff got out of order. Doesn't matter. This is an incident report, discovery of human remains, August 26, 2014. Following the earthquake of August 24th, firefighters and EMTs canvassed the Vichy Springs area to survey the damage and assist any residents who might be trapped in or in other difficulties, or who were inside buildings that might no longer be considered safe. The rear section of the Underwood Cellars building at 2130 Monticello Road had a collapsed wall, and there was a cave-in directly behind the building, creating a crevice, and revealing a concrete structure. Now they're speaking my language. What kind of concrete are we working with here? The fissure had split open one end of the underground bunker, later determined to be a wine cellar. Oh boy, that's where they were boinking each other, right? First responders were able to make their way inside the cellar, only one end of which had been damaged by the quake. A stairway led up to the office, which is used by Marcia Underwood, the proprietress of Underwood Cellars, along with her business partner, Mark Talos. We know these characters very well at this point. Still intact in the underground cellar were bottles of wine, some broken, but most of them in fine condition, empty shelves and a table, a small refrigerator, not working, a sink, a toilet, and a bed. A broken bottle along with pieces of glass were scattered around. These were collected by the forensic investigator. A watch with a a watch with a shattered crystal and hooked onto a clip was found next to the body. See photo. Oh boy. Oh, whose watch was it? Where is it? Oh, here it is. We got evidence. Okay, this watch was found in the cellar. Evidence, broken watch. So this is a watch with a shattered crystal and hooked onto a clip was found next to the body. Yep, there's a little clip there. Interesting. Also found in the cellar was one dead body. The earthquake was not the cause of death, as the body consisted solely of a skeleton with a metal plate attached to the left ankle. Interesting. There was a metal plate attached to the left ankle. The appearance of the skeleton in the surrounding area of the cellar suggests that there had been no activity in these confines for at least a decade. After a telephone conversation with one of the senior officers, Officer Matt Locke, back at police headquarters, it was surmised that the body might be that of the husband of the above-mentioned Marcia Underwood, Carrie Underwood, who disappeared in 1995. It seems that, in fact, he had not left Vichy Springs, but has resided here for 19 years. And this was written up by Officer Ziggy Grossman. Interesting. Okay, well, we got the broken watch, okay? Somebody out there right now doesn't know what time it is because their watch is broken in a cellar. All right, done. What do we got here? This is Office of the Inspector General, U.S. Department of Justice. This is the real deal. This is a report on David Underwood. David Underwood, as you know, is the brother of the deceased Carrie Underwood, and he owns 40% of the... No, he doesn't. He owns the real estate. He's the real estate guy. He's the guy with the key. He's got the key to the cellar, right? Oh, the time on the watch. Oh, man, you guys are freaking smart, dude. Well, how do we know the watch stopped? Oh, yeah, you're right, though. Look. 8:22. I'm thinking that says 8:22. 8:22. We going with 8:22 now? Is that Paris time? Is that UK time? Is that non-daylight savings time? Is it daylight savings time? Is it California daylight savings? Is it Europe daylight? You know, you never know. But we have no idea if the watch stopped working at the moment of death. But I'm sure for this little game, it's probably the case. Unless it was like blunt force trauma or something, you know, and they hit his watch or something. Yeah, why would the watch stop? I don't know. All right, so this is a report on David Underwood, filed on December 1st, 1986. Inactive/archive. What? Ooh, is this his old? This must be his old issues. So this is 1986. David Xavier Underwood, date of birth 2/14/1956. Father Lance Underwood. Mother Stacy Miller Underwood. Siblings Carrie Underwood. Spouse none. Height 5'10.5". Build medium. Eye color blue. Hair color brown. Physical characteristics: left-handed. Birthmark on rear side of upper torso, left quadrant. Background: David Underwood had one arrest for DUI, which stands for driving under the influence, as a teenager. Sentence suspended, and one arrest for drunk and disorderly and a misdemeanor under California Penal Code 647F. In 1978, at age 22, and one arrest for DUI the same year, for which he was given a sentence of 30 days in jail. Listen, this guy spent time in jail. The brother, the guy with the chin, The jawline guy. FBI involvement. Guilty of cybercrime in 1982, aged 26, when he was convicted of working with Ian Murphy, Captain Zapp, a year earlier. Under Murphy's leadership, David Underwood hacked the American Telephone Company in order to manipulate its internal clock, allowing him and his colleagues to continue to make free calls even at peak times. This guy... He was given a suspended sentence and placed in a 1-year probation. This department has had no dealings with the subject since 1983 and learned that he returned to university and has since obtained a real estate license. Oh, man, this guy's in big trouble, dude. Oh, my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. All right, let's put this behind his name, then. This guy... He grew up kind of like a criminal. He was a criminal when he was younger, basically. He was hacking stuff. This is an official Office of the Medical Examiner. Napa County, California. Report of medical examination on the remains found at the underground cellars building. These are the bones they found. Examination summary, August 27th, 2014. Remember, this all went down in 95. Somebody frickin' killed this dude, put him in the frickin' cellar, and then they thought they were going to get away with the crime. But there was an earthquake years later, like in 2014, basically, that caved in the cellar, and then now they found all this stuff years later. So you can't hide your secrets. It'll get found out, you know? Identification of the remains found on Monday, August 25th, 2014, underneath the office of the Underwood Cellars building, were determined to be those of Carrie Underwood. Whew. Determination was made from the identification of a metal plate in the left ankle, which the subject's medical records show to be the result of an early mishap while playing soccer. Boom! That's better than dental records, folks. That's unbelievable. The earthquake that hit the Napa Valley in the middle of the night split open the earth to reveal the underground bunker, uncovering the remains therein, and did not contribute to the demise of the subject. Yeah, he was dead, dude. He was dead way before this earthquake. The earthquake has been ruled out as a murderer, okay? Marks and site depression on the lateral anterior left hand side of the skull indicate the subject was struck with a blow from a heavy object like a club while facing his assailant. The blow would have I've never seen this word. The blow would have emanated. I have seen that word before. Emanated. The word's emanated. It means we're originated from. The blow would have the blow would have originally come from the slightly above. Detective, they brought me out of retirement for this? They give me this case to come out of retirement for, and I need a thesaurus for it? Ooh, it could have been a wine bottle. Oh, man, X-Wolf has got it. Yeah, it could have been an old wine bottle. No other injuries were apparent on the skeletal structure. The body was found lying on its right side, which doesn't really matter. The lack of any tissue or organ remains makes it impossible to determine if the blow to the head was the cause of death or if some additional circumstances resulted in death. Given the aforementioned examination, I respectfully submit that the death of Carrie Underwood be ruled a homicide. Rob Peterson, MD. All right. Okay. Listen. Blunt force trauma to the head, dude. I ain't getting around it. All right. We have a Bureau of Forensic Services, Santa Rosa Laboratory. This is some sort of worksheet. Process is undertaken. The Attorney General. Examination of the crime scene at Underwood Cellars. Discovered near the body, described in Vichy Springs Police Department and or medical examiner document, was a broken bottle neck with a cork still in it. Let me get the highlighter. X-Wolf was onto something, dude. Repeat the head part? I glossed over it. I didn't gloss over nothing. The body was found lying on its right side. The lack of any tissue or organ remains makes it impossible to determine if the blow to the head was the cause of death. Wait, marks and a sight depression on the lateral anterior left-handed side of the skull indicate the subject was struck with a blow from a heavy object, like a club, while facing his assailant. Yeah, it's the left-hand side of the skull. So he's standing there. And boom! Just gets frickin' pummeled with I'm guessing a wine bottle. X-Wolf makes a lot of sense. They're in a frickin' winery. Someone right-handed. Oh, because of who was left-handed? Somebody, I think the brother was left-handed. Oh, yeah, the brother's left-handed right here. Physical characteristics, left-handed. Interesting. You guys are good. Variety is the spice of life. That's right. The brother is left-handed. So if he's swinging... Yeah, no, it couldn't have been his brother. It couldn't have been his brother, dude. I mean, who knows? Interesting. All right, examination of the crime scene. Discovered near the body was a broken bottle neck with a cork still in it, and bottle fragments and shards of scattered around. Preliminary examination of the bottleneck revealed a thumbprint indicating the bottle had been held around the neck by a right hand, with the thumb pointing away from the cork. You know what? I think it's the redhead, dude. I think it's the redhead. She was in too deep in this affair situation. She's going down in the cellar, having sex in some makeshift bed. It's dirty and dusty and smelly down there. Dude, she wanted the business for herself, and she killed this guy. That's what I think. That's my hunch. Hey, I've been a detective for many years. They brought me out of retirement for this. I go on my gut. The prediction's closing in on a huge upset. Never trust a redhead. No, just kidding. All right, with the right hand, with the thumb pointing away from the cork. Yeah, you're holding, I don't have a bottle, but you can imagine a wine bottle, and then you grab it like this, and you use it like a weapon. That's how I would do it. A partial print was not sufficient to identify any subject. Also found was a broken railroad trainman's watch, one which clips onto a belt. We saw that photo. Clips onto a belt. There's the watch. Facing upside down, and is then lifted up to read the time. Oh, yeah, it hangs. It's a freaking pocket watch, dude. It hangs here and you lift it up to read it. Though badly corroded, the gold watch, through the broken crystal, clearly showed the time at which it had stopped working. 8:22. I knew that just by looking at the picture. Though nothing would indicate whether that was AM or PM. Wait a minute. Who had the family in the railroad? Wait a minute. It's the news article. Oh, I was like, why is this talking about some old ass thing from back in the 1900s? Could be. Where did I read that? It was like the history of it. Return to Greatness, maybe? You guys will have to think about that for a little bit. Yeah, there was something about the history of the family. The watch was a hand-me-down or an heirloom. Yeah, could be. The partner's background. Yeah, that's Mark. Okay. Yeah, it's all right. I see where you guys are going. The dry interior of the room allowed the recovery of 3 pairs of footprints. One set was that of Carrie Underwood, the man who's dead. One set was from a woman's shoe, and the third set was from a size 11 shoe. No comparisons are available at this time from the unidentified prints. Now, we really only have physical attributes of David Underwood. He's 5'10" and a half, and he's got a medium build. There's no indication on what his shoe size is, though. Right? Okay. Glass fragments examined proved to be from the same bottle. See number 1. Number 1. Oh, I think it's a photo. Why didn't they say? Oh, here we go. This photo is showing the glass shards. Glass fragments examined proved to be from the same bottle. See number 1. None had identifiable fingerprints. A few shards showed a sliding, smudged print, showing that the bottle had been held by the victim and then pulled upwards out of the victim's hand. Interesting. Latent prints taken from the envelope addressed to Marcia Underwood, mailed from Peru in 2000, were shown to belong to Miss Ariane Alvarez. Who the fuck is that? Who, according to investigators, runs a B&B in Cuzco. Fingerprints on the letter, purported to be those of Carrie Underwood, were those of Marcia Underwood. Carrie Underwood's fingerprints were not found on the envelope or contents. This letter is a scam. The handwritten note found on Carrie Underwood's desk, see number 6. Oh, is this a different one? I thought it was the note. For 6. These don't have... They gotta be talking about this. Was wiped clean, leaving no fingerprint evidence. See police report dated August 26, 2014, and medical examiner reported date. Okay. Investigators had on file the handwritten note found on Carrie Underwood's desk the day of his disappearance. An analysis of the handwriting on the note revealed that it did not match that of Carrie Underwood, With respect to other documents known to have been written by him, no comparisons to the handwriting of persons of interest have been made at this time. Dude, when we first started going, we looked at this, and you're like, and somebody was like, oh, you got to compare the handwriting. Dude, you guys were right, man. So this is a complete fraud. This whole note, this is exactly what a killer would do, man. It's exactly what a killer would do. He's like, oh, I'll just leave a note. I'll just leave a note. Dude. No way. All right. Next. We got... from the law offices of Gitlin and Gitlin again. Gitlin and Gitlin. September 2nd, 2014. Further to your letter of Friday, August 29th, we can provide your office with a summary of the salient points in the last will and... Wait, did I already read this? No, this is different. Yeah, this is different. Last will and testament of Carrie Underwood. Should you wish a more formal accounting, you will need to submit a court order to us. Having declared himself of sound mind and body on Monday, November 28th, 1994, very close to his disappearance. Is this content something I'll be doing often? I don't know. We're just trying to, dude. I'm not reading chat very much either. Sorry about that. But I'm just trying to give you all the info. It's like a story, you know? Should you... Okay. Yeah, so this is interesting. Having declared himself of sound mind and body on Monday, November 28th, 1994, which is like a year before his disappearance, the declaration of Carrie Underwood, witnessed by one Miguel Espirito, which is, he's dead now, but Miguel is the foreman guy. He's basically Carrie Underwood's dad's foreman. So this guy was like running shit. He's like the guy that actually does the work in the winery business, basically. He's like the muscle, but he's dead now. But apparently he was there in 1994 when Carrie Underwood did his last will and testament with the law offices of Gitlin and Gitlin. Wait, it actually is Gitlin and Gitlin. There's 4 of them. Anyway. Witnessed by Miguel Espirito, stipulated that all of his assets and properties be distributed as follows. Now, this is, in the case of his death or whatever. All monies, be they cash, stocks, bonds, bank assets, coins, or paper money, shall be bequeathed to my wife, Marcia Underwood, along with all my personal effects and the property and home at our residence, 2138 Monticello Road, Vichy Springs, and the entirety of the contents therein. Since David Underwood actually owns the building in which I have worked without him for so long, with my demise, he can do with it as he pleases. David Underwood, the brother, he's the real estate guy. As per the contractual agreement I have with my business partner, Mark Talos, the French guy, all the land and vineyards thereon shall be bequeathed to him. Interesting. I hope your office is able to provide answers to the disappearance and now possible murder of Carrie Underwood. Please contact me. Okay, so they reached out and they're like, okay, yeah. So a lot of times detectives bequeathed? It's yeah, I've never heard of that word either. It's bequeathed. Bequeathed. So basically, if you're a detective on a case, you wanna contact people's lawyers and say, like, hey, when, let's get the will. Like, when did he get the will? Because they can get really suspicious, Like, if you take out, like, a huge life insurance policy and then, like, 6 months later, you're dead, like, that's very suspicious, So if he updated his will, his last will and testament, shortly before his disappearance. That's kind of suspect. So they reached out to Gitlin, and they got the information about his will. Now, this is a timeline that it looks like the Vichy Springs Police Department put together for the Carrie Underwood investigation. 1946. In 1946, returning Army Captain Lance Underwood, age 38, buys 1905 building and surrounding old vineyards. In 1980, the death of Lance Underwood, age 72, son Carrie, born 1954, takes over, age 26. Brother David, born in 1956, is in grad school real estate with no particular interest in wine business. The will gives David the historic building, Carrie the vineyard fields. Foreman Miguel worked there since 1956. At age 20, Lance's will gave him cabin and vineyard. This is obviously a recap. I mean, some of this stuff in the order in which you got to read it. Maybe it was all mixed up. I don't know. Where did I get all this paperwork? It's like a game. No, this is a real case, guys. We're going to figure it out. I've been contracted by the Napa Valley Police Department, and we're going to figure it out. 1982, partnership formed. Carrie, age 27, plus school chum Mark, age 28. 1983, Matt Malone was born. Carrie hires Eloise White, age 20, as secretary. Carrie, age 28, meets Marcia, age 30, in a Lucky supermarket. The couple marries in 1986. Oh, that's fun. Carrie and Marcia met in a supermarket, probably looking at the melons. You know what I'm saying? It's always a real sexy part of the in the store. 1995, Friday, March 31st. The disappearance of Carrie, age 41. Friday, March 31st. Interview with neighbor Margaret Lindquist, Monday, April 3rd. Ages: Carrie is 41, David 39, Marcia 42. Doesn't matter. 1995, Saturday, April 1st. Marcia Underwood goes to police to report husband Carrie is missing. So a day after. Police officer Leonard Banks interviews the following: Margaret Lindquist, neighbor, Marcia, wife, Eloise, blah, 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 everybody. Monday, April 3rd, 1995, police officer Leonard Banks interviews the following: Mark Talos, partner, and David Underwood, brother, Sandra Bellini, mistress. 2000, Marcia Underwood receives letter from Peru, said to be from Carrie Underwood. So 5 years later, she gets that letter from Peru. 12 years after that, in 2012, Miguel Espirito dies at age 75. Did he take any secrets to his grave? That's what we're gonna uncover. There could be some secrets. I say we go dig up his coffin out of the ground. See if we can't find any leads, 2014, Sunday, August 24th, 3:20. Earthquake reveals body of Carrie Underwood. 1995, disappearance case changed to a homicide investigation. Police report statements are taken from August 24th to the 29th. Wednesday, August 27th, 2014. Forensics report prepared. Receding Vichy Lake shows submerged car, empty, owned by Carrie Underwood. Police investigation into the death of Carrie Underwood continues. And that's it. So we have... None of this other stuff was mentioned. I have a bunch of photos here that were never really mentioned. This is... Oh, okay. So this is the hidden entrance down into the cellar. This looks like Tony Kanan's secret entryway into his race rig room. You've seen that on Twitter. Interesting. All right. We have Underwood investigation. Hidden stairwell to crime scene. The stairwell down into the cellar. It's really a case of who done it. That's right. Who done it? This is the glass that we saw. Looks like Carrie Underwood died of alcohol abuse. Oh, there's that watch. I didn't see that. There's the watch there. Number 3. Okay. Here's another bottle. The cork is still in it. Here is a partial print, broken bottle, partial fingerprint. That's right, King Pieface. This is Underwood Cellars parking lot surveillance dated March 31st, 1995. There's a single car. Well, there's 2 cars, I guess. Interesting. Here is the cabin of Miguel Espirito, Monticello Road in Vichy Springs. The foreman's house, I guess. Nice house. And this is the headstone of the one Miguel Espirito. Born USA, died 2012. May he find peace under the ground. He loved and worked with all his life. That's right, he was a hard worker, guys. He was a really hard worker. Is there anything else? No more clues. The only other thing I have is this, which is a field interview book. It's by Leonard Banks. He did all the questioning. Let's see. Mrs. Underwood came in to report her husband missing. Didn't come home last night. Told her I would go by the showroom later. Margaret Lindquist, elderly neighbor. Saw 2 cars in the parking lot on Friday. 1 left. And then the second one left 20 minutes later. Timing around 8 to 9 p.m. Returned Monday for tape deposition. Interview with Marcia Underwood. Blah, blah, blah. So, let's put things into perspective here. Got this Carey guy, okay? Some say he left town. Get away from his problems. Now, for those of you kids at home, you can't just run from your problems. They'll catch up to you. And they'll bludgeon you right in the head. And you'll die in a cellar. So don't run away from your problems, okay? Burt Ranch. So, I think we got it basically figured out. Listen, I thought there'd be more. Yikes. Well, let's go back to the neighbor. She's seeing cars leave, like one car leaves, 20 minutes later, another car leaves. Who's got keys? Mark Talos. He's got a key, dude. Something to do with Mark. I think David... Wait, listen to this conspiracy theory. I think David Underwood, the brother, and Mark Talos, the partner, conspired together with the help of Sandra. They sent her in to compromise Carrie Underwood. Get them to start boinking each other down in the cellar to compromise Carrie Underwood. That way, Mark and David can come in together, kill him, and then take his business, take everything, and then make it seem like, like he just split town, Maybe 2 killers? Well, maybe there's not 2 killers. I don't know. Well, there's only actual 1 killer, but he could have been egged on. Well, I guess we know that it's not David Underwood because he's left-handed. Apparently, that makes it so he can never kill anyone. I'm really thinking it's Mark Talos, but I need proof. I need the evidence. He's got a key, dude. He's got the key. Could be that redhead, though. look over the photo evidence. Let's see here. Who was really standoffish during the interview process? I think it was the brother. I think the brother was like, yeah, what do you want? Come back to me after you get some evidence. I think it was it David that was a little mean? I think it was. All right. Okay. All right. This is, listen, guys, we just got to put the evidence together. Dave was standoffish. Yeah, David. Okay, yep. The brother. Yeah, the brother's very suspect. I think the whole left-handed thing may just be there to throw us off a little bit. Oh, no, what's this? An interview with Marcia Underwood at 11:30. Showroom opens. Secretary was there. So Marcia Underwood's the wife. She said she called you brother and French partner they hadn't seen or heard from. She came by office to see if car was there. No keys. Note on desk that you was leaving. Wife looks shocked. Missing or just left. Ask permission to go through desk. Found letter to Sandra Bellini. Sealed. No stamp. Ask permission to take letter with me. Give receipt for same and get signature. Found key attached to tag in back of desk drawer, tagged marked seller. All right, so the officer went in. This is the officer field notes. He found a key marked seller. Found magazine drink recipe. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll read through this. I guess I thought this was a synopsis, but it's kind of new. Found magazine drink recipe with handwritten posted on top. Let's try it out Friday if I can get away. Make sure there's a lemon in the fridge. C. Arrange interview for Monday 4 p.m. at their residence. I, Marcia Underwood, give permission for Officer Leonard Banks to take sealed letter addressed to Sandra Bellini found in desk drawer of my husband's office. Then it's signed. Marcia Underwood. Okay. Well, where the hell is that? That's not this letter. Miguel Espirito, foreman, handles the vineyards, works the land, could buy more than just secrets. Could bury more than just secrets. Worked for you senior, Underwood Senior, Lance. Saw Underwood yesterday when at office to pick up paycheck, but you didn't see him. Has no keys to the office. Sleeps in the cabin behind office. Willed to him by Senior Lance Underwood. Yep. He got stuff in the will. Friday night. Heard a knock on side office door and muffled voices briefly between. Okay, so this is hard to read. So Miguel Espirito, on that Friday night, he heard a knock on the side of the office door and muffled voices briefly between 8 and 9. Male or female? ? He couldn't tell. Asleep by 9. No contact with Underwood this morning. No car in the lot. 8 a.m. Now secretary's car is there. Miguel saw Mrs. Underwood on a bicycle in driveway, turn around and ride away. Mark Talos, partner at Underwood Cellars, Monday, April 3rd, 4 p.m. Visit home of business partner. Mark Talos, who wasn't in Underwood office. He said he comes to office only once a week, Friday, working home all day. Spoke to Carrie by telephone around 3:30. Says that around 8:30 in the evening, was on the phone with the winery from France. So if Carrie tried to reach him, he wouldn't get a busy signal. He would get a busy signal. Doesn't think Carrie would just take off. Asked if Carrie left a note. He's pretty sure Carrie was having an affair and suggested maybe they went away together. Asked about Carrie's relationship with the wife. I think they led pretty separate lives. David Underwood, younger brother. Call. Visit office of Over and Under Real Estate, Napa. David Underwood, brother of Carrie, hadn't spoken with brother since Monday. Didn't notice any strange behavior that might explain why brother would leave suddenly. Was having financial problems because of the dying vines and was complaining all the time. But then again, he always complained anyway. Only saw his brother about once a week. When asked if they were close, he replied, "You know, we're brothers." Sandra Bellini, friend, Monday. Sandra Bellini, 221 LeGrand Avenue, works in Jessel Gallery as an art historian, divorced. Son, Hank, 18, attends Napa Valley Community College, lives at home weekdays, leaves Friday afternoon for a live-in job in Half Moon Bay at Farmer John's Pumpkin Farm, 850 Cabrillo Highway, North Half Moon Bay, California. Showed her unopened letter addressed to her. Where is this unopened letter addressed to her? This isn't it. This is a different letter. Asked permission to open it since it may have information bearing on the disappearance. She was unwilling. I told her I would hold on to the letter and get a writ since unmailed letter was not yet her property and was still property of the Carrie Underwood. Subject to police investigation. She had agreed. Letter about canceling Friday meeting is in separate file. Friday meaning about this drink thing. That's what I can figure. Bellini didn't know anything about Underwood's meeting on Friday, 3/31. Obviously, mistress of Underwood? Yeah. Disposition of Carrie Underwood case. See incident report statement on file, blah, 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 Underwood. No sign of crime. Subject probably left voluntarily. No missing person action at this time. Follow up next Friday. Pick up dry cleaning. All right. Am I missing anything? The hell? There's nothing in here. Oh, this paperwork. Guys, this might have, we're just going to have to keep it as a cold case, apparently. Listen, we don't got enough evidence to lock this guy up. So, the worksheet we're supposed to do is this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dang it. All right. We got to figure out a motive, means, and opportunity. So, for motive, who had a reason to kill the victim? Did any particular person benefit financially or romantically from the victim's death? Or was it a case of revenge? This brings back in the wife. Means, who had access to the murder weapon and the victim? Did any particular person have the unique knowledge, skill, or physical ability necessary to use the murder weapon? Opportunity. Who had a chance to kill the victim? Is it any particular person unaccounted for? Has no alibi during the time of the victim was killed? So, that's it. That's what we got to figure it out. Marcia or Mark have most to gain. There's 2 cars in the parking lot at his death, but his wife doesn't drive, but she sent the letter, so it could be her and Mark. I think it can only be one person, but listen. 2 cars in the parking lot. The wife does not drive. She visits the parking lot when there's only 1 car there, and she turns around, someone said. Well, who can get in? Mark can get in. Sandra can get in for sure, dude. She's always down in the cellar. She says she doesn't have a key, but she has access. For sure, dude. Man, literally, this is going to come down to basically me making we're going to, well, all of us. It's going to be a matter of, basically making an educated guess and then looking it up online and just seeing if we're correct. Okay, let's go motive first. Who wants to kill this son of a gun? First of all, I think David, Sandra, Marcia, and Mark, they all want to kill this Carrie Underwood guy. Listen, this guy's no good. So that's 4 people, so that doesn't narrow it down. No. Yikes. Wife and the partner. Check the will for the motive. Oh, yeah. Having declared himself sound mind and body on Monday, November 28th, 1994, the declaration of Carrie Underwood, witnessed by one Miguel Esprito, stipulated that all his assets and properties be distributed as follows. All monies, be they cash, stocks, bonds, bank assets, coins, or paper money, shall be bequeathed to his wife, Marcia Underwood, along with all of my personal effects and the property and home at our residence. David Underwood actually owns the building in which I have worked without him for so long. With my demise, he can do with it as he pleases. So he ain't getting nothing. Just keeps what he has. Contractual agreement I have with my business partner, Mark Talos, all the land and vineyards thereon shall be bequeathed to him. So the wife is getting all the money and the home. David just keeps his building, and then Mark Talos gets the land and the vineyards. But remember, Mark Talos only is in this business at 40%. Could be the wife. I'm going back to the wife again. She's got a lot to gain. She didn't even seem that distraught either. She's like, oh, he's probably fine. Oh, well, I guess I'll file a missing persons like the next day, but it just seemed kind of weird. She didn't seem that upset, you know? David did get shafted by the will, 100%. Oh, do what Peter is suggesting and reread Mark's interview. All right, this is Mark. Real shifty character. You were Carrie Underwood's business partner? That's right. We were friends in school and decided to go into business together in 1982. He took over the company when his father died in 1980. You know about the Florex problem that reemerged in 1980? I mean, that had nothing to do with his father's death. It was just the same year. Aphids and flexury, microscopic, blah, 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 destroyed 50,000 acres. So Carrie needed money to replant almost all the vines, new stuff. This is when Cabernet Sauvignon took over. I invested money and we became partners, 60-40. And how did that partnership work out? Fine. I mean, we had our arguments. I'm sure you've heard about those, but partners disagree sometimes. You were heard often boasting that you did 75% of the work. So I guess these disagreements were that you were only getting 40% of the profit. Among other things, yeah, there was discussion about that, and Carrie wanted to keep the business small, and I wanted to expand. You know, things like that. Let me ask you the leading question. Where were you in 1995 on the night of your partner's disappearance, Friday evening, March 31st? Carrie's secretary, Miss White, says he was still in the office when she left around 5 o'clock. I remember, even though it was a long time ago, because I was home on an overseas call with France. I was talking to the Interprofessional Committee for Wines from Champagne, asking them whether we could label one of our sparkling wines as champagne. The reason I remember it is because there's normally a 9-hour difference between California and France, but just like it is now, daylight savings time has already begun in Europe. In 1995, they started on Sunday, March 26th, if I remember. And ours didn't begin until a week later, the Sunday of April 2nd. So on Friday, there was an 8-hour difference. I was on the phone for about half an hour at 8:30 that evening. That would have been 12:30 in the afternoon in France, around the time Carrie was killed. Do you have any phone records to prove it? Not after almost 20 years. Maybe the phone company in France would have a record. Phone companies don't keep records for more than 5 years. What happened after Carrie didn't turn up for work on Monday? I didn't go into the office very much, so I didn't know he hadn't shown up on Monday. The police came by Monday late afternoon. That's the first time I heard he was missing. And a couple of weeks later, when Carrie still didn't show up, Marcia took over his duties. I always figured Carrie took off with some lover, because I could tell he was having an affair. You know, there are signs. Or maybe Marcia sent him away. They were getting along too well. And I think she wanted more involvement in the business. So she took his place. Things just continued as normal, and you were still getting your 40%? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Wait, it didn't say anything about him having a key. Why did I assume this guy has a key? The pocket watch says 8:22. It's correct. All right. Let's read this Sandra one. She's talking about keys. This is this chick. She could be the killer, guys. Look at her. Look at her. Her hair is as red as the wine that she used to murder Carrie. Sketchy, dude. Let's cut to the chase. I assume when the forensic examiners match the woman's footprint found in the underground cellar, it will match with your own. If you mean, was it I who was in the cellar with Carrie from time to time? Yes. So the bed in the cellar was not just for Carrie when he needed a rest? I guess you will find my DNA thereabouts as well. We had shared naps, you might say. This was the juiciest part of the whole investigation. Then you're willing to admit that you were having an affair with Carrie Underwood? Since you already know that, yes. Did you have a key to the cellar? She says no. Access was only through Carrie's office, and he kept the key to his office door and the cellar door. I think his partner had a key too. Oh, that's why I said that he has a key, because she's saying it. But Carrie said his partner, would never go down there without him, so there was no chance he would be disturbed. So what she is saying is that Mark and Carrie have a key to the cellar, but they would never... Mark would never go down into the cellar alone. Basically, yeah, Mark would never go down into the cellar unless he was with Carrie. When you were questioned at the time of Mr. Underwood's disappearance, you said nothing about the hidden cellar. Well, there was no reason to think he was hiding down there, and no way I could have mentioned it without giving away the relationship Carrie and I had. Where were you on March 31st, 1995, the day he disappeared? I was at home alone. My son had left for his job, so nobody can confirm I was there. That's what alone means. Oof. Your lover goes missing and you don't make inquiries anywhere? And where would I do that? So her alibi is not great. She's got a bad alibi. Whoa, somebody subbed, bro. 3 beeps. Thank you. No alibi. Hey, thanks for the sub. Welcome. We're trying something new here. Okay. Yikes. This is it gonna be like it's probably like one little sentence and you gotta fit it all together. Let's see. Let's look at this Bureau of Forensic stuff. Examination of the crime scene. Discovered near the body was a broken bottle neck and with a cork still in it. Bottle fragments, shards scattered around. Preliminary examination of the bottle neck revealed a thumbprint indicating the bottle had been held around the neck by a right hand, with the thumb pointing away from the cork. A partial print was not sufficient to identify any suspect. Also found was a... Well, who was that? Whose right hand was it? All right. Oh, yeah. Also found was a broken railroad trainman's watch, one of which clips onto the belt, facing upside down, and is then lifted up to read the time. Though badly corroded, the gold watch through the broken crystal clearly showed at the time stopped working at 8:22. Nothing indicated whether it was AM or PM. The dry interior of the room allowed the recovery of 3 pairs of footprints. One set was that of Carrie Underwood. One set was from a woman's shoe, which is Sandra. And the third set was from a size 11 shoe.
Hi, Matt.
Ian Witham. Thanks for the 8, buddy. Hello. Who's got a size 11 shoe? Somebody that's 5'11". No. So David is 5 foot 10.5 inches. That's literally the same height as me. I'm like 5'11", 5'10.5". I don't have size 11 shoes. Well, depends on the manufacturer, I guess. That kind of makes sense. What the hell size is Mark's shoe? This son of a gun. What the heck's going on here? What else do I got here? Glass fragments examined proved to be from the same bottle. A few shards showed a sliding smudge print showing that the bottle had been held by the victim and then pulled upward in the victim's hands. Latent prints taken from the...
It's Columbo on the channel.
Poodle. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I can vary at him, yeah. Son of a gun, dude. If you try to spoil it, I'll ban you forever and ever. Yeah, that's right. Find some link to the watch. That'll seal it. A link to the watch. Oh, yeah. We need to find out whose watch that was. Okay? Latent prints taken from the envelope addressed to Marcia Underwood, mailed from Peru. That is this letter. Were shown to belong to Mrs. Ariane Alvarez. Who the hell is that? Who, according to investigators, runs a B&B in Cuzco. Fingerprints on the letter, purported to be those of Carrie Underwood, were those of Marcia Underwood. Carrie Underwood's fingerprints were not found on the envelope or contents. Okay. Yeah, you're right about the watch, though. Whose watch is it? Napa Valley's Return to Greatness, an article from 1999. In Napa County and throughout Northern California, phylloxera destroyed over 50,000 acres. Over the centuries, many grapevine species native to North America has become resistant to phylloxera, but the old world vines were defenseless. Northern Valley, California wine growers have suffered on a mass scale. Tom Powers. Thoughtful Taint. Thanks for the 4, buddy. I'm back, Chad. I built my computer. Holy shit, did you? That's amazing. Alright. Okay. Local man disappears. Art festival. Human remains found. What's this? Missing Vichy Springs resident sends a letter home. Oh, yeah, it's about that letter. After nearly 5 years, Carrie Underwood's wife, Marcia Underwood, said she had received a typewritten note from her husband saying that he's okay, not to try to find him. The letter had no return address. Postmarked Cuzco, Peru. Miss Underwood does not wish to discuss the case other than to say she has mixed emotions. Miss Underwood says she has never had her husband declared legally dead because she knew in her heart he was alive somewhere. The letter comes just before a 5-year anniversary, at which point, under California law, she would be allowed to file a petition with the court requesting that her husband be presumed dead. Whose fingerprints were on this letter again? Damn it. Oh, here we go. This will actually work here. Here we go. Hold on. I got something. If Marcia Phillips, the wife of the deceased, created the letter from Peru, right? These are connecting now. So if Marcia, maybe she created that letter from Peru. Because remember, this letter from Peru, it's typewritten. Does it have a C or a Carrie? It's got full Carrie on it, which is weird because that's sus. He doesn't sign his name full on Carrie like that. Well, you can't see. We want to see it with just a C. But she could have something to do with this letter. Maybe she created it. This is like it's like a scene from Beautiful Mind, except for we ain't getting anything done. Be right back. All right, detectives. I've been over it and over it and over it. Detectives, got any leads? Six hours in, and we finally linked our first two pieces of evidence. Neat. You know Mark lied about the call, right? Oh, he's lying about the call from France? I came out of retirement for this? Mark had two lies in his interview. This son of a gun. He's on a call at 12:30 from France. I didn't go to the office much. He's all focused on the daylight savings time. He's got. You think it's Mark's broken watch? You think that's Mark's watch? $5:30 or 6 a.m. in France. Anyone know who is into wine knows you can't call it that unless it's from the region. Mark lied about the call, and when you read it the second time, he said he didn't know he was missing on the Monday, but the police journal you just read, Marcia says she asked both Dave and Mark about him. Interesting, really. Yeah, the police officer went to the business partner, Mark, who wasn't in Underwood's office. He said he came to the office only once a week, Friday, working home all day, spoke to Carrie by telephone around 3:30. This is on April 3rd. Oh, that's when he talked to him. Says that around 8:30 in the evening was on a phone call with a winery from France. So if Carrie tried to reach him, he would get a busy signal. He doesn't think Carrie would just take off. Asked if Carrie left a note. He's pretty sure Carrie was having an affair with and suggested maybe they went away together. Asked about Carrie's relationship with his wife. I think they led separate lives. Okay. David Underwood, the brother of Carrie, hadn't spoken with brother since Monday, didn't notice any strange behavior that might explain why his brother would leave suddenly, was having financial problems because of the dying vines and was complaining all the time, but then again, he was always complaining anyway. Only saw his brother once a week. When asked if they were close, he replied, yeah, we're brothers. Sandri Bolina, the redhead, works in Jessel Gallery as an art historian, divorced. Son, Hank, 18, attends Napa Valley Community College, lives at home weekdays, leaves Friday afternoon for a live-in job in Half Moon Bay at a Farmer's John's pumpkin farm. Showed her unopened letter addressed to her, asked permission to open it since it may have information bearing on the disappearance. She was unwilling. I told her I would hold on to the letter and get a writ, since unmailed letter was not yet her property and was still property of Carrie Underwood, subject to police investigation. Since they agreed, letter about canceling Friday meeting in a separate file. I don't know what that's all about. Bellini didn't know anything about Underwood's meeting on Friday, 3/31. Obviously, mistress of Underwood. Fucking A, dude. Can we compare Mark's handwriting from the French letter he wrote to the fake ones? Yeah, I don't remember handing the down from the... I don't know where the railroad... I don't know where that railroad information came from. Hold on. Written notes. We got a couple of written notes. We haven't really looked at these too hard. Oh, boy. Okay, wait. Hold on. Here we go. Thursday, March 30th. This is signed by just C, so this is supposedly legit, because C is good. A full Carrie signature is not good. So supposedly this was written by Carrie Underwood. Thursday, March 30th. Dear Sandy. Who the fuck's Sandy? It's not Sandra. Is Sandy short for Sandra? The redhead? I hope you get this in time. Don't want to call in. I don't want to call in case Hank picks up the phone. I have a late meeting tomorrow, so I can't make it as planned. We can meet in the gallery next week. We need to be careful. I think Marcia's getting suspicious and figures I'm having an affair. Gotta run. Sandy's short for... Yeah, Sandy's short for... Okay. So he's writing this note to his mistress. Who the hell is Hank? Oh, oh, Hank is Sandra's son. And Sandry works in Jessel Gallery as an art historian. So he's saying, hey, I can't make it as planned. We can meet in the gallery next week. We need to be careful, though. Is that on the map? Jessel Gallery is on the map. It's nearby. Okay, interesting. So I'm thinking this is legitimately from... Yeah, okay. So yeah, he's sneaking around, dude. Carrie Underwood, he's boinking his this girl named Sandy, and they're trying to... Okay. So this one is in French, and it's from Mark Talos, and it's like really Frenchy. Messier, Carrie Underwood, it's mon miem, Underwood, Sellers in Enterprise, Vertical de California, 1946. Oh, yes, Bouguette, yes, oui, yes, Champagne, oh, yes, Commute, Apparition, Valley, Mi Sauveur, yes, Momenti, por favor, yes, nope, that's not, okay. So I don't know. I can't freaking read it, dude. Here's another one. This is March 8th. Now, this one's signed by Carrie. So, if we match up this one and this one, is this the same handwriting? Oh, boy. It could be, guys. You can read some French. I think, well, the other one is just talking about, like, hey, can we call this champagne or whatever? Let's recognize all the papers between true and false. Look at the word carry only. Oh, that's a good idea. Wait, hold on. Oh, I see. Carry and carry. You see carry on the right? Ah, it's different, dude. Look at the Y. Look at the Y. It's different. Let's read this. Dear Mike. Who the hell is Mike? The R is the same. Dear Mike. Sure, we can accommodate your group on Thursday the 23rd. Just give my secretary, Eloise, a call, and she'll handle the arrangements. Regards, Carrie, March 8th, 1995. Okay. This is... Dear Mike, sure, we can accommodate your group on Thursday the 23rd. Just give my secretary, Eloise, a call, and she'll handle the arrangements. Okay. Want to look at this Carrie? Let's compare this Carrie to this Carrie. Oh, wait a minute. Look at those carries, and then look at these carries. Oh, they're all different. All three of them are different. How many different ways can you spell it? Or those are all different. Shit. Was it champagne or champagnos? One is champagne and the other is snails. Yikes. He probably only ever signed just C when writes notes to his mistress. A is in the same. Mark and Marcia. Look at the picture of the quit note. The one that's still stapled to the board. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, and the other, yeah, the other one. Well, this one's just marked C. Yeah, let's look at this one. Okay, so this one is carry like that. It doesn't match this. It's got more of a straight Y. That could be similar. Not really. The C is way different. This one's got a loop. Jeez, they're all different. This one's just C. Ugh. Pulling my hair out on this case. They really got me working hard in the office here. I got all these damn documents. Now I got things all screwed up. Where's the railroad? We need to figure out who owns the watch. I think that's a good lead. I don't know. I'm going back to this. If I just look. Yeah, this one says, business is terrible. Too much work. Too much pressure. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. I'm going away. Don't look for me. I'm sorry. This is like a pseudo, what do they call it? What's the handwriting style that no one uses anymore? Son of a bitch. Cursive. Yeah, this is like cursive. This is not cursive. This is not cursive. This is not cursive. It's not cursive. Oh, boy. This is something, man. I didn't think it'd be this freaking hard, man. I thought you'd just read through it, and then you'd be like, and then eventually you'd be like, this guy was the killer. I'd be like, hey, we did it. Art gallery article. Oh, the art gallery article. All right, let's get back to the railroad. Missing Vichy residence and building the perfect wine barrel. No, introducing new. What do we got? Return to greatness. Is the typed letter cursive? Art gallery. Y2K fears ahead. Where the hell is it? Sometimes there's stuff on the back of these. RP Group wine ratings released. No. Human remains found in bunker. South Napa quake aftermath. Meet author Bruce Whitehill at Hammett Books in Sonoma. No. Local man disappears. Turn it over. We got Vichy Springs Art Festival weekend. The Vichy Springs Art Festival goes into full swing this weekend, April 7th to the 9th at the Vichy Springs Fairgrounds. Artists from across the Bay Area are expected to display their latest artwork at this highly anticipated annual event. Over 500 artists are expected to attend. This year's theme is butterflies. The annual paint competition expected to host more than 100 artists competing for a grand prize of $10,000. Proceeds from the fair will be donated to the variety of charities, including the Vichy Springs School Association. The event is also expected to draw local wineries, breweries, and food vendors as families from around the Bay Area attend. Vince Kerr, master brewer at VK Brewing, is anticipated to debut his latest award-winning Kerr's Kolsch at the event. Visit the Vichy Springs post office for a complete listing. Okay. Alright, okay. Yay. I don't know. I'm getting a lot of dead ends here. Nothing. Hey, Bandman, trying something new. If we go by motive, means, and opportunity, Mark has all three. Only thing that he's trying to cover himself with is the call to France around the time of the murder happens. The owner of the watch. Fake ones look a bit like Mark's writing. Mark has the second lie in his interview about when he found out Carrie's missing. In that little blue book, they have notes on Marcia, and Marcia says she checks with Dave and Mark on Monday. Where's Carrie? Carrie's interview. Disagree with that. All right, hold on. Yeah, go back to the wife. That was pretty early on. Mrs. Underwood came to report husband missing. Didn't come home last night. Told her I would go by showroom later. Meet at 11:30. Elderly neighbor lives. Saw 2 cars in the. Oh, this is the neighbor. Remember, saw 2 cars in the parking lot Friday. One left, then the second one left. 20 minutes later, timing around 8 to 9. Return Monday for tape deposition interview with Marcia Underwood. She says she called Underwood the brother, and French partner. They hadn't seen or heard from Underwood. She came by office to see his car was there. No keys. Note on desk that Underwood was leaving. Wife looks shocked. Missing or just left. No, because the wife was just asking Mark and David, have you seen Carrie anywhere? And they're like, no. Yeah, I don't think they knew he was missing. Back to the morning that you reported him missing. This is talking to the wife. Did you go to the office before you went to the police station? Yes, I went to see if his car was there, but it wasn't, so I went straight to the police. You didn't think to look inside the office? I didn't have a key to the building. This is double-sided. I think there's more info on the back. Yeah, she doesn't drive. You claimed he was alive and that he wrote you about 5 years ago of his disappearance, yet the typewritten letter you received supposedly from him was from a woman in Peru, as we found out from the fingerprints on the envelope. The same woman, in fact, who ran the B&B where you and Carrie spent your honeymoon. What tipped us off were the 2 folds in the envelope suggesting it had been folded and mailed to someone in the envelope and then mailed back to you. There's no crime in that. Well, there may be. It could be fraud. But that can wait. Right now, I'm only interested in whether you had anything to do with your husband's disappearance and murder. I didn't! Who owns the watch? Wait. He's got a watch. Carrie Underwood killed himself. It's been deemed a suicide. He's got a watch. He's got a watch. Well, what time is it? All right. There's a Toyota race in 45 minutes. I know one's a pocket watch. What is this? Is there a watch? Who's this guy? Is this him? Oh, this is still him. I swear I did read something about the railroad. Ooh. I don't know. Let's listen, I mean, this is let's go back. Well, this is from the neighbor. She says, I noticed there were 2 cars in the parking lot, which was kind of unusual. I mean, sometimes there was Mr. Underwood's car late at night, but usually there were no cars there by that hour, and this time there were 2. And what time was this? Oh, sometime after 8. Maybe 8:22? And how do you know that? Well, I usually watch Unsolved Mysteries on NBC on Friday nights, but last Friday I started dozing off as soon as the program started. I was really tired, blah, blah, blah. I did a lot of canning that day. And so I turned off the TV and came into the porch to sit before going to bed. And did you see the cars leave? Yeah, one car left. Must have been around 8:30. Was that Mr. Underwood's car or the other car? Well, one car left around 8:30, and then the other one was gone by 9 o'clock. I went inside and turned on TV again to see the end of the mystery show, but it had already finished. So you don't know which car left first? Well, I couldn't tell which was Mr. Underwood's car. In fact, I couldn't be sure if it was Mr. Underwood's car. It was too damn dark. I mean, if it were today, maybe I could tell because it's not so dark by 8:30 because the clocks changed this weekend, but Friday it was too dark. So you're saying there was 2 cars there after 8 o'clock and there were no cars there after 9 o'clock.
The statement about
yes.
how he signs his name is a lie.
Oh. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, Ball 5, thanks for the 28, buddy. The statement on how he signs his name is a lie. This is from the wife. The Frenchie said the clocks hadn't changed yet. It says, in the office, this is the officer speaking, talking to the wife. What about the note found on Carrie's desk saying he just decided to take off? Marcia says, I didn't believe any of that. That wasn't like him. And he was always leaving me notes in the house, but he always signed them with a C, not with his full name. Why didn't you mention that to police? I was distraught. This bitch is lying through her teeth. Wait a minute. Let's find a legit note. He would always sign it with a C, huh? Now we're thinking this is a lie? Where's a normal note? This one says C. This one says Carrie. Dear Mike, sure, we can accommodate your group on Thursday the 23rd. Just give my secretary Eloise a call and she'll handle the arrangements. Regards, Carrie. Why would someone make this up? He signs it, Carrie. This is just a normal note. Why would anybody forge this document and trying to pretend like they're Carrie? Carrie Underwood. What? This is just a normal. This is March 8th, 1995. This is way before his disappearance. There's no reason why someone would forge this. This means Marcia's a liar. That sometimes he does sign his name as Carrie. So why wouldn't this also mean this is a handwritten note, Carrie? I mean, somebody did forge this one, probably. I mean, I would assume, but this one says C. Dear Sandy, I hope you get this in time. Don't want to call in case Hank picks up the phone. I have a late meeting tomorrow, so I can't make it as planned. We can meet in the gallery next week. We need to be careful. I think Marcia's getting suspicious that we're having an affair. Gotta run. C. So, maybe she's lying, maybe she's not. What do we got? To allow time for one to look for Carrie. Who was Hank? Hank is the mistress's son. Mark and Carrie met on Friday. Organize the board? I don't know how we would organize it. Or did Marcia help out more than she said she did? And so that was her handwriting, but she was trying to pretend she had no keys and didn't help in the office. Did Hank work on trains? They brought me out of retirement for this. Remove the brother from the board. All right, let's get him out of here. David Underwood? Yeah, let's do a process of elimination. Okay, process of elimination. This guy, he's left-handed. He's left-handed, guys. He couldn't have been the murderer. He's left-handed. Duh. Oh, what are you, a rookie detective? This is easy. He don't got no keys. I think let's just assume the brother is innocent, although he looks like the most guilty. All right, we're gonna eliminate him. He's fine. He can go on his merry way. I think we got to get rid of Eloise White. I think she is as innocent as they come. She's the nice lady. She's given no indication that she is a murderer or even a liar. Although she has some information about the keys. I had the keys made, 4 copies. Me, Carrie, Mark, and David. And that key also worked on the door to Carrie's office? Question, no. Those keys only worked on the front door. Carrie had his own key to the outside office door, and before you ask, I don't know if he had a set made for anyone else either. And she's got a housemate named Melody Winston. It's kind of like her alibi. I'm calling her innocent. Can we agree that Eloise is innocent? I mean, just look at her. I mean, listen, if this girl is a murderer, then at this point, she's way too innocent, dude. If she acts too innocent, then she's suspicious again? Oh, no. Full circle. She's innocent. Process of elimination. Here we go. Okay. We got, how much time we got till we got like a half an hour. Okay, so. We got Marcia Phillips, the wife of Carrie Underwood. Very suspicious. I think she's fibbing about some stuff. So we got her. We got Sandra Bellini, okay? She's the mistress. She has access to the cellar. And she does not have an alibi, by the way. No alibi. There was a meeting on Friday. Let's try, if I can get away, make sure there's a lemon in the fridge. But I don't know who that's for. Somebody had mentioned that earlier. There was no meeting on Friday. Son of a bitch. All right. We got Miguel Espirito. Dude, this guy is innocent as they come. They couldn't even question him. He's the foreman, dude. This guy's innocent. And he's dead. This guy's dead. He's innocent. What are you going to do? Lock him up anyway, right? So, we got Carrie Underwood. He's the one who's dead. You put him in the middle. Get this out of the way. We're reorganizing the board. We're going to use the string. Get this out of the way. This holds the answers. We got to go to the website here in a minute. Make sure we got the right answer. This is a map. Doesn't matter. We got all the signature stuff. Put this over here. Maybe. Put that there. Whatever, dude. We got some case files. You know, these rookies, you know. But the mistress gets nothing if he's dead, so there's really shouldn't want him dead. Maybe the wife. Oh, that's true. There's no motive. Maybe the mistress is the distraction person, you know? All right, these are all the letters. Maybe I can look at the handwriting a little bit. Got it. This is the cellar vineyard. This is the layout of the room. I'm not sure even why that's important, but there you go. Put that there. Case file, blah, blah, blah. Witness statements. Look, we've gone over the evidence, okay? Now it's time to start prosecution. Oh, shit. All right. Got some bunch of stuff about just news articles, you know? All right. We got a police timeline. Doesn't really help that much. We got this. Okay, we got this. We got some photos. We got the broken bottle. We got the watch. Okay, here we go. Gotta get this watch in here. Got this watch. Okay. So who owns the damn watch? That's what we gotta figure out. Okay. The car in the parking lot. It's a good one. Okay. Yeah, he was definitely bludgeoned to death by a wine bottle. Okay. So we got... I don't know if the string actually makes any sense. But it's funny, dude. All right. This is the wife. Now, she's got... Okay, we're just going to do it just for fun. Oh, son of a bitch. I got to tie it? There we go. Who else we got? We got Sandra. String is kind of dumb. Being dumb. All right, we got Sandra. It's all coming together, guys. It's all coming together here. Okay? I think Sandra's innocent, too. Or we got Mark, which... I think owns the watch, to be honest. I think he owns the watch. He's a little Frenchy, you know. He's all like prim and proper and like, look at my fancy watch. Oh. Okay, because the watch is the key. Right? Okay. Got it? It's all about the letters and the forgery? It could be. Oh, well, maybe it's hard to show you guys, but maybe I'll just... Now that I got all the handwriting all in one spot, let me try to distinguish whose is whose, you know? And there's nothing else in here, right? No, nothing. Okay. This looks like this at first glance. I'm going to connect these two. 1 and 1. This Carrie doesn't look like anything. But this one is signed Carrie, and this one is signed C. This Post-it note looks like this one, and this one all look the same. This one's completely separate than anything. And this one's all by itself.
Quality content as always.
Listen, we're figuring it out. Schmitty, thank you, buddy. Oh man, we got like 20 minutes at the most here. Eventually, I'm just gonna make a determination and then go on the website and figure it out. We have no idea who owns the watch. There's no indication on who owns the watch. There's literally no information on it. I swear somebody kept talking about the railroad, but I cannot. And I swear I remembered something like that, but now I can't find any information on a railroad. So let's say the same person wrote this one, and this one. So if that's the case, this one is nefarious. This one's about an affair. This one's about just a boring meeting. And this one is saying that I'm out of here. So that wouldn't really make sense if it was all together. Who owns the watch? Well, there's no way Marcia owns the watch. She's an old woman. Why would she have the watch unless she's trying to frame someone? If Marcia knows that Mark, the Frenchman, is upset about the 60-40 and that he does 75%, maybe Marcia is setting him up to be framed for it. And because Marcia's pissed that her husband's having an affair, right? Marcia found out about the affair. She needs to kill her husband, but she can't do it without trying to frame someone. So she goes and gets a fancy French watch, plants it, right? And she's lying up and down. Yeah, the time on the watch, 8:22. Marcia, by the way, cannot drive a car. She rides a bike, and she was seen at the crime scene at the time riding her bike in the parking lot and then went to the police. And there's only one set of women's shoes in the cellar, and it's Sandra's. Okay, that's not helping my case here. It's true. Maybe Mark is the killer, and Marcia put him up to it. Oh, man. Maybe Marcia's not physically capable of murdering. Yeah, that's true. I'm thinking it's Mark then. It's got to be Mark, and Marcia set him up to it. He's like a mercenary, basically. Can I lead you on with some knowledge? All right, let's get a hint from Rank Up Gamers. Let's go for the hint from Rank Up Gamers. But before you do it, I'm gonna say, because the only guy I got on the board right now is Mark. We took off the other guys. There's only one other guy, two other guys. One of them's dead, and the other one's his brother. And I don't think it's his brother, dude. No way a brother would kill a brother. I'm going to say it's Mark. This is my guess. I'm locking it in. I'm saying it's Mark the Frenchie, and it's his freaking watch, and it was Marcia that put him up to it, basically. I mean, I guess that doesn't really matter. So, yeah. Okay, we're ready for the hint. We're ready for the hint. It was the one-armed man. What time is it in France if it's 9:22 p.m. Pacific time? 9:22 Pacific p.m. or 8:22 p.m. Pacific time is... What did he say? Said it was like 9 hours. It'd be like, I don't know. Yeah, whatever. 6:22 a.m.
Run.
Hecky 360. Now we're going to get it. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Listen. God guys, I've been going through the evidence, okay? I'm a brand new detective. They brought me out of retirement for this cold case job, and we're on the precipice of finding the true killer, okay? We got the string, we got the articles, okay? We're figuring it out. Listen, I got a picture of a guy's house, okay? We're definitely gonna win, okay? Definitely, okay? Any Spanish detectives? We got any Spanish detectives in the chat? Because we need your help. Oh my God. Guys, in Europe, we are ahead. Yeah, so if it's like a Tuesday at 9:20 p.m. in America, in Europe, it's going to be in the morning on the next day. I can't believe they brought me out of retirement for this. But what does that have to do with anything? It's the time. Hey, Hecky, thank you, buddy. We're doing something a little fun today. But I'm doing a Toyota race in 15 minutes, so we got to hurry up. We're almost done. Yeah, Monday evening U.S. is Tuesday early in the morning, right? He said it was noon in France. It proves he lied in his interview. All these people are lying. They're all freaking full of shit, I tell you. Freaking, she's lying, he's lying. The only guy that ain't lying, and he did lie, is the guy that got murdered. He's lying. Eloise is lying. Freaking David's lying. They're all freaking liars. I don't even trust the investigators anymore. I got this field notebook. I mean, this guy, he's crazy. Who owns the watch? Who owns the watch? Who owns the watch? Who's got the watch? We need more string, I think, out here. This is like Beautiful Mind. I'm going insane here. Only Marsha lied once. Mark lied twice. Who's having a business call at 4 or 5 a.m.? That's true. That's what I'm saying. It's frickin' Mark, dude. He's such a liar. I'll get to the bottom of this. It's come to find out, dude, it's going to be the brother, and we eliminated him as a suspect a little while ago. It'll end up being the brother. Son of a bitch. I mean, taking advantage of the situation to gain. So you're going with Marsha again? Dude, they're in the cellar. He gets bludgeoned to death in the head with a wine bottle. How is Marsha going to do it? How's Marsha going to do it? I mean, I guess women can do it, I guess. Final guesses. All right, we're doing final guesses in the poll. Dustin's got it. He's got it figured out. We're going to find out who the real killer is soon. Listen. I gotta go with Mark. I gotta go with Mark Tailhouse. This guy's been a real creep since the beginning. I don't trust him. He's on these crazy phone calls talking about daylight savings. He was super specific about his daylight savings things. Like, well, in the French, they do it a week ahead and a week before. And then in America, we do the week before. And I remember it was 9 p.m. And it's like, dude, there's no way, man. Like, sometimes when you lie, this guy's lying because he's adding like way too many like little details that don't really make any sense when you're just like, there's no reason to even put that stuff in there. Tailhouse. Yeah, Mark Tailhouse. Yeah, this guy's a real creep, and I think he's a murderer. He murdered his partner because he wanted more stake in the business. He was pissed off. He was doing 75% of the work, and he was only getting 40% of the profits. He wanted to expand the business. Carrie Underwood wanted to keep it small. This guy, he wanted to get him out of there. He probably had. He probably planted Sandra as the whore down in the cellar so he could get his partner compromised and then tell Marsha about the affair so she would play along with this whole murder thing, right? It's locked in, dude. This is your murderer right here. Murderer. This is the face of a killer, a stone cold killer who bludgeoned his partner to death in the cellar with a wine bottle and then lied about it to police just so he could sell more champagne to his French little buddies. Listen, sir, you're going to prison. We're coming after you. It's over for you, Mark. It's over. This guy looks like listen, this guy picked up a full wine bottle with the cork. This is different than an empty wine bottle. It's got the cork still in it. And bludgeoned his partner to death in the head. I mean, listen. This guy's a real jerk. This is your killer. Mark it down as the killer. He's got motive. He's got means. He's got the opportunity. Mark Tailhouse, you're donezo, buddy. I'm coming after you. I'm getting the special team detectives on the case. That's my guess. How are we gonna find out? We gotta find out. You lock in your answers. Let's look it up. All right, we're going to the internet. Hey. We're gonna find out right now. That son of a gun. This Mark guy, unbelievable. How do I find this out here? Closing the case. The crime lab is online. Here we go. All right, before I press enter, I just typed it in, so I'm gonna just press enter. I haven't seen it. All right, here we go. Enter. Solution. Who did it? Who did it? Okay, we're going with Mark Tailhouse. Ready? I mean, there's hints, but we're just going right at it. Mark Tailhouse. Carrie Underwood's business partner had the most to gain by Carrie's death. He would take over Carrie's 60% of the business, which, with the new healthy vines, could be quite lucrative, provided, of course, that Carrie was declared dead. Did you compare the handwriting on the note left on Carrie's desk, explaining his disappearance, with the letter written by Mark to the French winery? If you did, you would see that although the note was written so as to forge Carrie's handwriting, certain letters, such as the Y and the G and the T in the note, were exactly the same as in Mark's letters. No, we didn't really see that. We're going off a gut. Listen, they bring me out of retirement. I'm going off a gut. From the way Carrie did it, Mike on March 8th and his note on the recipe. And the only reason someone would have written that disappearance note was if he was the person guilty of that disappearance, i.e. the murder of Carrie Underwood. There are little things like when Mark said he didn't know Carrie was missing until the police came to his house on Monday afternoon. You guys caught that. But Marcia had called him Saturday to ask if he had seen Carrie. Then there is a third set of shoe prints in the cellar that did not belong to Carrie or Sandy, as we too affectionately call her. Oh, yeah. Where their Mark prints? Surely business partner had been a private seller, blah, blah, blah. We win, dude. It doesn't matter. We freaking win. 4:30 in the morning, 12:30 in the morning. Guilty, baby. Guilty. Case closed. We win. Mark, you're going to prison, buddy. We got it. Yes. Ha, 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 you sons of bitches. Here, I'll copy and paste this for you guys. Yes, we did it. We did it, guys. Oh, it didn't do the whole thing? Oh, well. Well, you guys want the, here, you're going to have the link. Yes! Too long. Oh, 10 minutes to spare, dude. I guess we'll read a little bit more. And then there was Mark's alibi. If I may abuse Shakespeare, methinks he doth protest too much. You know, Lady Macbeth and Hamlet. Only, it wasn't so much protesting as it was his careful detailing of his alibi. I said that. Too much detail is a red flag. He would have done better to keep his mouth shut. First off, he stated that he was on the phone between 8:30 and 9 p.m. around the time Carrie was killed. Carrie disappeared between 5 p.m. and early the next morning, during which time he was probably killed. But his time of death was never announced. Oh, yeah. Recorded or written in the papers, so how did Mark know that he was when he died. Secondly, Mark went to great lengths to describe the time difference as being 8 hours instead of 9 because Europe, including France, of course, was on daylight savings time. This is exactly what I was saying. True, there was an 8-hour difference at the time instead of the usual 9. The only problem there is that 8-hour difference was in the other direction, meaning that it was 12:30 in the afternoon in France, as Mark claimed. It was 4:30 in the morning, 4 a.m. in France. Yeah, you guys caught that. We'll never know whether Mark's killing of Carrie was a moment of rage or a moment of opportunity. I'm not sure even Mark knows. We doubt it was premeditated. If it had been, Mark would have been more careful with the note he scribbled out and left on Carrie's desk, suggesting Carrie just up and left. When confronted with the facts, Mark Tailhouse admitted that he sometimes met in the hidden cellar accessible only through Carrie's office. This was Carrie's thing, he said. Arguments, blah, blah, blah. Mark said he didn't know what possessed him to grab the bottle out of Carrie's hand and swing it against his partner's head, but he never meant to kill him. Oh, yeah, I'm sure. He didn't have to dispose of the body, but he did have to get rid of Carrie's car. He drove it to the nearby lake and pushed it down the bank. Then he walked back and drove his own car home. Yep. That's crazy, dude. Click on Marcia. Guilty, but not of the murder of her husband. She was guilty of faking a letter that she definitely faked that she wrote, forging her husband's signature, which she then put in a sealed envelope, addressed it to herself, folded it, and sent it in an envelope with the woman that she had befriended in Peru, where she and Carrie stayed in their honeymoon. Then the woman put local Peruvian stamps on the inner envelope and mailed it back to Marcia in California. Generally, a person in California and some other states can be declared dead after being missing for 5 years. On another theme, Marcia had suspicions that Carrie was having an affair, yep, but she wouldn't have killed her husband for his indiscretions, especially since she didn't even know. As it turned out, the woman he was having an affair with, and in the same way. But an important clue that clears Marcia Underwood is the fact that she can't or doesn't drive a car. Remember, it wasn't just Carrie that disappeared that night. His car did also. Yeah. Let's click on Eloise White. Yeah, it's super short. Miss White was right-handed, but had nothing to gain from Carrie Underwood's death. Not guilty. Dude, we got it, dude. This is great. What's the hint? Let's go with the hints. Hint number 1. The note left on Carrie Underwood's desk. Too bad nobody thought of checking the note sooner. The fact that Carrie's fingerprints were not on the note should have set off some warning bells. Here he was supposedly telling everybody he was leaving, yet it was his own fingerprints that were nowhere to be found. Whose handwriting is it really? The 2 cars in Walker. Dude, we got it, man. It's over. We got it. Yes! Well, thanks, guys. That was amazing. I'm going to be doing a Toyota race here. May play it too. Read the epilogue. Oh. The epilogue. Hold on. Let me sign up for the race real quick for a second. I'll read it. Hold on. I got to sign up for a race. That's why it's so important. Is it not working? Go racing. All right, got it. All right. Yes, Mark Tailhouse, long-term King Boa, thank you, buddy. Long-term 40% partner of Carrie Underwood, killed his one-time school buddy. He was tried for murder and pleaded guilty by reason of insanity, but the jury didn't buy that. Instead, he was convicted of manslaughter and is presently serving a 20-year sentence at California Lompoc Prison. Under current California law, with good behavior, he is eligible for parole after serving half his sentence. You can send letters to Mark at Federal Correctional Institution Lompoc, 3600 Guard Road, Lompoc, California. Is this real? Marcia Underwood was charged with fraud. Wait a minute. Is this all real? Why are they giving an address? Is this like... This would blow my effing mind if this was actually a real cold case that was solved not too long ago. How would they get rights to do this? Marcia Underwood was charged with fraud in the mailing of a fake letter to herself that she claimed was from her missing husband to fit with her assertion that he was not dead. You must remember that upon his death, all the vineyards would have become the property of Carrie's partner, Mark. The judge was one of those compassionate ones who put Marcia on 6 months probation and sentenced her to 2 months community service, which is something Marcia did around Vichy Springs anyway. She was also ordered to pay any undisclosed sum. We know it, but we can't disclose it. This is real. To Mark Tailhouse for lost compensation with Miguel dead, Carrie dead, Mark in prison, and Marcia on probation. David Underwood sold his real estate business and with that money bought out Mark and Marcia and is now the sole owner of Underwood Cellars, relying on the organizational skills of Eloise White and the salesmanship, charm, and business acumen of his new hire, Sandra Bellini. Wait, is this actually real? Oh, there you go, guys. We'll just pretend it's real. This seems real. Wow. Well, there you go. There you have it, guys. We solved it with your help, guys. We solved it, bro. Is this real? Look at this. Oh, there it is, dude. About us. Yeah. Can you tell us a little about yourself? The people. Well, half of them are dead. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. It might actually be real, guys. Unbelievable. Huh. Well, there you have it, guys. We solved it. It was fun. Look at the mess we made. That's only half of it. Look at the table. And we did really good.